Hey family, how you guys are doing? I know I turned this way because I'm charging my phone. How you guys are doing? I hope you guys are doing well. I had a long day today, long day, but it was a very productive day in terms of a lot of stuff. I even forgot that I had these tickets. So while I'm watching the while I'm watching the game, which is the U.S. race, I don't know if it's I don't know if it's Alistair Felix or Justin Gatlin gonna win this race. So I'm watching. I'm watching this race, guys. I'm on the edge of my seat, but good night. So while I'm at the edge of my seat here, guys, I had these little dollar scratch off from the other night. So we're gonna scratch them and see if I'm lucky enough to predict. I'm lucky enough to see what's going on. So how are you guys? Hope you guys are having a good time. So with this mystery on, how many did I got? I don't remember. So I got these two. You probably can't see. So I got these two right here as I'm watching the race. I might as well have my own race to see if I'm gonna win anything. You know what I mean? And I think I got like 24 of these. So I'm gonna scratch them. These are just dollars, so hopefully I can win at least a $5,000. And then the lion is like 500,000, and the mystery one is 50,000. So we do the lion one, and we do these two big one last. Ooh, the lighting. Ooh, if I could steer there like this, then the lighting will be good. But I gotta fix it. Hold on, people. Let me fix this lighting here. Let me fix this lighting. God, maybe if I turn the other way. Oh, hold on. I'm trying to figure out which angle to put it. So good night, everyone. Good night. This is Resilient Queen. I know I was with you guys earlier, but nevertheless, we have to still do what we have to do. The kids just went to bed. They don't much on because I forgot I had signed my son up for this audition where it's for either acting, modeling, whatever. You know, they had a list of stuff there, and I forgot that I had auditioning. So this evening when I came back home, and literally sitting on this couch trying to catch up on his work from today, and I got a phone call, and then I said hello, because when you know the number, you don't wanna. Oh hi, my name is no, you didn't do none of that. So I said hello, and this person said, oh, you remember? And I'm like, who? Where you from? And then the person started to go in great details now of the acronym, because a company is an acronym name. And then they start going to great details, and then I said, oh, did you get the email? I saw that email, but because with all the things that's going on, sometimes you don't want to click on random stuff. Hi, Ola. And then she said, well, Eastern time we will be on at 6 o'clock. I'm like, 6 o'clock? I'm about to go into a meeting at 6. I had my own meeting at 6, and I had to go into till 7:30. I had to go in and then clock out by 7 o'clock, like 2 7. So he could get on, because they said at least. So when I checked the email, they said, okay, I would have to log him in by 6:50. I'm like, okay. So I was able to use his school computer and log him in, so I could get my phone to use for a little bit. But then as soon as I was doing something in my meeting, I had to tell him, oh, I'm sorry, I have to go, because because he's underage, so I had to be there with him. but it was very beautiful. They had like 185 people were in that thing there. 185, and then they were so strict. They said if you're not there with your parent, they're gonna automatically remove you. Because if you're underage, and your parents are there, you can't sign nothing or anything. Then he went up, he did his little thing, his little script that they gave him. But it's this evening I got the script and was trying to teach him the script. So he wasn't able to really captivate the script much, but I gave him the prop. I did put up the property, and then they as soon as he get on and they say hi, how you doing or whatever, and they say, ready to say who signed you up. Jaden say, my mama signed me up because I wasn't listening. I'm like, but at least he understand that I'm trying to help him, get out there and everything, put himself out there to be, a young man, that learn to take our responsibility. And we're just doing citizenship. One day this week we talk about responsibilities of a child and stuff. But it was beautiful. The only thing we were in there so long, they didn't get out till 8:20 something, because after they talk to us and everything, then they put you into a breakout room, and a bunch of people were over in that side, like they divide everything in between three of them. 185, that's a whole lot of people, because it's acting, modeling, etc., a bunch of stuff, film making, production, it's a lot of stuff. I don't know. But I'm telling you, it was nice, because just to hear they talk about some stuff or whatever, it was nice to know, you know. And then they show some of the popular faces that we all familiar with, um, that come from their group as well, and everything. And then they said if he get called, make sure he remember his script. I'm like, okay, but they wouldn't even understand that he had just got the script, so there's no way he just gets something as 6 year old, not every, because he been on computer all day. His poor little brain must tired. But we didn't say anything like that. There's no excuse. Because I literally get the email, but I did not open it because I've completely forgot that I had literally signed him up. When you completely forgot something, you just see something and you sign him up. Yeah, but it was a lot of people, and it's not just Americans were there. People from England, all over the place was there. So it was nice, and everybody was, the ladies were very professional. Everybody was strictly professional. They told he have to kind of can do formal wear or regular, but he gotta be. So I took them one of his long shirt, pop the tag off of it, and then drop it on him right away so he could get to. Because he had to sit in front of the Zoom, and then I have to be there too. So I had to put, well, I had the clothes on that I had on today, and then I, did that. So they don't much longer gone to bed, and I play with them a little bit, and then pray with them, and then they go to bed. So that was good. So now I'm here, and the day was really productive, because even the things that I thought would not happen today in terms of getting some stuff sorted out, I did get it sorted out. Not to say I have the final answer on what I was doing today. No, I don't. But it may fact that sometimes you're thinking about getting something done, but you need XYZ to get it done, and then you're saying, wow, I'm not sure if the XYZ is gonna do it for me or anything. But all you have to do is just step out there in faith. And that's what I did this morning, step out there in faith, and I, that made my day. It made my day. And then I went and go pay my big bill, you know, take care of my big bill and everything. So yeah. So in the meantime, I need to scratch these things here to see. Let me see how much charges these have. Let me probably get it a little more charged before, so I can put it the other way, because the lighting right now is not good right here. It's not good at all. Yeah, but we have something there. So while they playing their little race there, well, that's not a little race. That's a huge race. you know, I'm gonna play mine right here to see what's going on. And these are some dollar stuff. So $1, and this one is $2. The one I scratched the last time and I won $2. I use it to buy this one. And then I trying my luck. They have the lion one too, so I'm trying my luck at this one too. So how you guys are doing? I know some of you probably on the edge of your seat, wondering what is gonna happen, you know. But nevertheless, once you guys go out there today and do what you have to do, you just have to wait for everything to be done with, and hopefully everything can go to the rightful person, the person who deserve it more, in terms of what they gonna do for the country. You know what I mean? So that's it's just a matter of time. Just a matter of time. It's not just act on emotion or anything, but once your vote is cast, it's not like you can go back and erase nothing. You just have to hope and pray that whatever decision is made with the majority, because you guys are the majority, eh? Whatever decision is made right now is the right one you guys did. So we just have to watch and see the result and see what the outcome gonna be like. That's all. Oop, the lighting, not so good. But honestly, it was a beautiful day, guys. I ain't lying. It was a beautiful, beautiful day. I just didn't get to clean my house up. The only thing I get to clean up back, straighten back up was my living room. So I have the kitchen and everywhere else shamba shamba around. So I gotta clean that up tomorrow. Yeah, you look nice, Whitney. Yeah. So hope you guys are doing awesome. Hope you guys are doing awesome. And for everyone who support this little single mama here with her two little boys and everything. I wanna say a big thank you to you all. I wanna say a big thank you to you all for your support and everything, because when you're a one person, you have to juggle everything and trying to make two ends meet. It's not an easy journey, but others have done it before. Others have really done it before. With not just two kids, but more than one kids, multiple kids. And they have done it before. So if we're single and we're out there with our children, why not? It's still a joy, it's still a blessing to have them. You know what I mean? You know, regardless of how the outcome of life, you know, work in your favor. But when God deliver you, you gotta be grateful for it. Because I had seen YouTube recommend some new channel, and I was watching one lady, and she was doing makeup, and I click on her profile, and not her profile, I click on the video she was using to do her makeup. And when I like to listen when I'm watching somebody video, not just look at them directly, but listen to the words coming from them. And the lady said, 2018 she was burned, completely burned by her husband. And I'm like, wow. And I was reading the comment section, and everybody was so nice to her. And somebody said, "You must be the chosen one," because she was literally set on fire. She said she was literally set on fire. So it just goes to show that when sometime when you become single after things don't work out with somebody or anything, and you left whole again, you have a whole lot to give God thanks for. You know, you have a whole lot. You can't worry about nothing else. You can't worry about what you left behind or anything. Anything you left behind, let it be there. Because all those things gonna do when you try to get those things is bring back memory. Not everybody can deal with those things after everything, and they have to look, oh, I used to have this furniture when we were this, you know. I remember the last piece of thing I had when I was with my immediate family recently. I looked at it and I kept looking at it, and I might say, throw that thing out. And I just go right ahead and I just throw it out. I'm like, okay, enough of you now. I don't need to travel everywhere I go with you. Enough of you. And this is when you realize that you start to grow. You realize that those things don't matter no more. Yes, you want this and you want this, you want to carry this, but then sometimes you carry the pain with you. You know, it's okay to start over. You carry the pain with you sometimes, and it also depending on how how each other transition sometimes. Because the way you transition sometimes will bring pain each time you have to look at some things. The kids are already in the picture. You can't look at them like no, like they are the hassle. They're not no hassle. What I mean? They might get on your nerves, that's all, get on their nerves back for whatever the reason, but not for situation like that. But sometimes when you look and see your left, you're still holding like, I got my face, I got my hand, I got my foot, I got everything mobile, movable. A woman said she was in coma for 3 months or something like that. And then, the part that struck me, she said after she come out of the coma, they didn't even take a statement or find out what happened, what has caused her to be like that. Or so I'm just saying that some part of this, some part of the nation that we are in right now is poisoned with negativity. Poisoned, you know. It's tough. It's like it's literally poisoned with certain things. Like I was just listening to the news just now, and they were saying that even though XYZ, a lot of females still uncomfortable with having a female running or everything. And that is very much understandable because of the norm, that that we all so accustomed to. And it's not just one particular person, it's just what we accustomed to. But it's life. But I think hola, I think when you get out of a situation as such as that, when you hear other people say, you can imagine your husband that say, until death do us part, I love you and blah blah blah, set you on fire alive. Is that leaving you to die slowly? Ugh. How many of us have been cooking and a little minor burn just tap on your legs or tap on your finger, or you're frying something and the oil just pop on you, you scream so hard. Oh, just imagine your whole body under fire. And I will implore everybody going through something, woman or man, because it's not just woman. This happened to you, happen to male too. If you leave somewhere and you have anything behind you, and you realize it's not your birth certificate, it's not your social security card, it's not none of your important documents where you need to transition back into society or anything. There's no need to look back. If a furniture you lose and you want it, you can always go get it back. S- Start over. It's okay. Because they say what loss can regain. Many times we just tell ourselves, but I need myself, I spend so much money. But just think of the life. Just think of your life. Because many times we're worried about some things, and when we die, we ain't carrying that a God thing with us. So you just think of your life. A life you have now, you know. It's like migrating from one country to the other, or migrating from one state to the other. Majority of the stuff you have, you can't even take it with you. You have to start to sell out, or do like a garage sale or something, just to get rid of it. I put it on marketplace just to get rid of it. I donate it. I give it away. So just think of those losses, and it could be something that you would really want to care, but then you realize it's gonna be too expensive. So you might as well you buy it over when you get there. Huh? Start look at life like that when you come on to certain things, and you look and see you escape certain things. Because think about somebody set on fire. Eh? You're frying something and the oil burn you. You start probably your hand in your mouth, between your legs, somewhere they're trying to rub, not realizing you're not supposed to rub it. Eh? Or anything. Just think of that and see that when you have life, you got everything, man. You just make sure in case of anything, you always have the important documents with you, always. Find you have that route planned. of how to navigate a situation that you're in. You don't have to say nothing, humble, be patient, be very humble, be patient, because you never know, you might open your mouth because there's a powers in the tongue. Your own tongue can destroy you, you know. Our own tongue can destroy us in anything, because God probably tell us move silently and we out there making a bunch of noise because we want the world to hear us, but that's not what God wanted for you, you know. And sometimes we see we going down the wrong path and still trying to hold on to the wrong path because, and then I also was reading this story um, on the internet. I think it was a news thing, and this young girl, I think she's in New York side or whatever. She went to Niagara Fall, and she and her kids both went over there. Oh, and they said they didn't see any foul play that seemed intentional. Can you imagine? And then leading up to that tragic incident, um, she was posting online. They said saying that she loved her baby daddy, and she basically like she thought he was gonna be the one also. And this is where as mothers, as fathers, we need to talk to our young children that it's bringing, these things are natural, these things are real. Somebody gonna love you to so you're gonna love somebody to the point where you feel like there is no more hope left for you. But you gotta get yourself up, baby, because he leaving and you die. And you take your kids with you. Stuff, you know? It's like they say you can't get what you need, so let's take everything with you. It's tough. And I think we need to start talk to our young boys and young girls. If somebody said they don't want you or anything, there's no need to go die over them. It's not worth it. There's plenty more fish in the sea. Swim around, you will find one. Keep swimming around. You're live and well. This man move on with his life or anything. As long as he taking care of his children, it shouldn't be a factor. But some people sometimes you cannot understand where some people maybe when they're growing up and maybe the first person for them was that person or whatever. They never knew how to love anybody else more than that particular person. And that's why we have to educate our children because the society is not going to tell them that, what, nobody know. And I think when we as parents have the opportunity to talk to our children, like I have two boys in the house, and when they both get on each other nerves, and if they look a baby scream out and say, "My brother, stop," and he's still playing with him or something, I had to spell the word stop out to him and I let him know. I said, "Young man, let me tell you something. Anytime you grow old and you hear anybody say to you stop, you listen for those words, those letters, and listen for that word. As soon as they say stop, you stop exactly what you're doing. Stop right there. Stop exactly what you're doing because it is so easy to continue doing something to people. Now it's going to become no longer of playfulness. Now it's going to become hurtfulness. You understand? Because somebody says stop and you keep going. Now it can become either way. Anything can play because somebody says stop and you keep going, and now they get frustrated. They start to, you know, lose. It's just like children. They have short listening span. Some people just like to just play quick playing, hey, 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 and that's it. Stop now. It's not funny no more. Blah blah blah. And growing up now and learning these things now, it just telling me that the word stop means stop. You don't spell no other way. I'm trying to get better signal with this thing here. Ooh, stop means stop. It's tough. And I let him know because, I got two young, beautiful little boys there and don't take nothing for people to land them in jail for something that they weren't listening to. Stop means stop. No matter how you look, you know. Your face ain't gonna save you from nothing. Nothing. And we see it playing out now. Nothing not gonna save you from nothing. And somebody say stop, just remove. What do you say? Remove, reframe, because it don't make no sense nowadays. You know. And then what we have grown up to learn now, if we had known a lot of these things when we were younger, we'd have better boundaries growing up. You know, better boundaries, better this, better that. But and the younger generation now, they're standing up. Do everybody like them standing up? No. Oh, you're too bold. You're too brave. But at the same time, no is no. Stop. Nobody should ever have to repeat themselves 3, 4 times to tell you to stop. So now, as a mother, I make sure as soon as I heard my other son playing with the bigger one, and they start getting upset, and the little one says stop, I intervene and let him know, understand. Say that word don't spell no other way. I said, don't matter how you flip that word, it gonna spell STOP. Listen. And I even talk to him. I said, when you grow older, even if you have a girlfriend with you or your wife or anything, and she says stop instantly. Instantly. Because it don't take nothing much to tear you down. All it takes is a snap of a finger to tear you down. It takes so much years to build your life, build your career, build everything, and all it takes to tear you down is nothing. Not a God thing it takes, it just tear you down. But to build you up, it takes so many, what they call it, sweat, blood, and tears or whatever, just to get where you need to go in life. You know, I know a lot of people when you tell them no, they get mad because they think that your no is nothing. Why you telling me no or anything? But no is an answer. It's an answer. It's just like you do question and answer, and people asking you a question about something, and they say answer either yes or no. It's okay. No is still an answer. It's not just yes. Nobody like to hear the word no, but I rather you tell me no than just tell me yes to lie to me. No. Like this earlier, I was reading this reading book with him, and the reading book was talking about the gingerbread man. And the gingerbread man was so clever. The old lady baked the cookie in the oven, which is a gingerbread man. When the lady ready to go take the cookie out the oven, the cookie get up out the oven, jump down, and the lady was just watching, and then the cookie jumped through the window. These are not real, but it's just a story they had put there for him to watch, and he chose that one. He selected that one, and we all sat down and watched it. Both boys, and we all sat there and watched it. We both started laughing, so it was so funny. And so when the cookie jumped through the window, the old lady went off for the cookie. The gingerbread man went off for him. The little cookie was running and talking. This thing not real, but he was just kept running and talking. And the poor little old lady was just trying to catch him back. Come back, come back. And the gingerbread man turned around and said, I know you want to eat me for dinner. You're not eating me today for no dinner. So he kept going and kept going. Then halfway in the tracks, the old lady husband said, "Why are you? What happened? Why are you running down the gingerbread man?" "Oh, I just baked him. I need him for our dinner tonight. So you gonna have to help catch him." No, I bust out laughing because the way they create these characters, I had to laugh. This lady was on the chunky side already, right? And then the chunky lady, the old lady, which is the old lady, and the old lady gonna tell the husband now to go catch a gingerbread man. He was worse on the chunky side because his stomach was all the way up to his face. I bust out laughing. I'm saying, man, they made these characters so funny. And I'm like, there is no way he go catch. So now both of them on the track now trying to go catch the gingerbread man. They could not catch him. They could not catch him. So now a cow saw the gingerbread man pass. A cow now. They put a cow now. The gingerbread man, and as soon as the gingerbread man passed, the cow said, "Oh, that smell. What you say? Yummy." I think I him say yummy, but anyway, one of the animals along the way that he got me say, "Oh, yummy! That smell delicious. I might have to catch you to eat you." And the gingerbread man turn around. "You think you're gonna catch me today with your fat ass?" He never said he said fat something another to one of the animals. And I'm like, wow. Now the cow, the lady, and the man, they both three of them could not make one to catch that gingerbread man. So anyway, now they put a horse in there. So the gingerbread man was so fast. He said, you think you gonna catch me today to eat me? All of you go together and try. You will never catch me today. That's the gingerbread man talking. Then he saw the piggy called the fat pig. Then he saw the pigs and he said, you little fat old pig, you think you guys gonna get me to eat? Try and catch me if you can. They all joined the race, none of them could catch him. The rooster or the chicken, well, he passed the chicken as well. And the chicken, smelled delicious. And he crow. Gingerbread man said, you think you gonna catch me to eat me? Try me. Join the crew. None of them could catch him. So at the end now he the gingerbread man, and they're no longer in the picture, everybody who was trailing him to try to catch him because they could not. So now this story shift now. He reached to the river or to the beach, basically like a river or something. There's a fox. So the fox decided to outnumber him. So what the fox did was he want the gingerbread man wanted to cross over, but if he go in the water, he might melt away. Yeah. So the fox said, "What happened? You want me to carry you across? You could come on my back. I'll carry you across." Then the gingerbread man said, "You sure you're not trying to eat me?" "No, I'm not like the rest. I don't eat." She said. Then the fox said, "You think you are enough for my meal?" The fox was rude, trying to gain the gingerbread man trust. So the fox said, "You think you're enough for my meal?" Something I don't know. The fox was very rude, smart. So now the fox, not the fox. Now the gingerbread man gained trust in trusting the fox. So the fox said, "I'll carry you across the water. Just come on my back." So what? The gingerbread man went on the fox back. While they were crossing on the water, the fox said, "I think right here in my back is hurting me. Can you come up a little closer to my neck?" That's him trying to get her to do what he asked. You know, she went up, and as soon as they near to cross over, now the fox said, I think you should come sit on my nose right here." Man, do you think that gingerbread man make it alive? As soon as Fox about to walk out that water, Fox just slide her down right like this and just catch her with catch gingerbread man with his mouth and say, "You think you were gonna outsmart me? I fooled you." Something like that. I'm like, I bust out laughing. So sometimes even the people who you trust, you realize in the end, they're the miser sometimes. They just come with a more nicer way to lead you to believe in them. And then in the end you realize they're more backstabber than the ones you pass along the way. Because you already know that those one they tell you exactly what they wanted. I want to eat you for dinner. The fox didn't tell her that. The ginger man that, you know what I mean? So the others their motive was very clear. The fox motive weren't clear. So she said, You sure you ain't gonna eat me? Fox said, "No. I'm not like you or say your friends." How did you trust the fox? You know what I mean? So it just goes to show that sometimes you just gotta live, and once you believe that anything is possible and nothing is impossible, you can make it true. You can make it true. Let me see what percent is my battery. You can make it true. But it was a fun story if you have little young children. I forgot the name of the yeah, and it's on YouTube too because they even though it's in his class, they send it. It's on YouTube. So if you guys have young children and you never heard about the ginger, sure we have a lot of story about the gingerbread man, but that one particular one, it's on YouTube. I know the last name of the person is Provo, I think RT. PROVORT, something like that. That's the name of the person channel there. But the first name, I forgot the first name. But it is so interesting. I watched the whole thing with the kids. I could not stop laughing. I bust out laughing, I swear. And then the kids wanted to watch it again, but we had stuff to do, because we didn't even get to finish their work for today. But such is life. Such is life, people. But I'm telling you, it was very beautiful, because it just show you that sometimes you trust the wrong person, sometimes not realizing that it's the wrong person you trust. You don't know until you get there. And if you live to tell the story, then that's what happened. Because sometimes along the way, those people tell you their true intention, even though they were gonna eat him in the gingerbread man, regardless. So the gingerbread man couldn't trust nobody else except the fox. What? Wrong one. But such is life. Such is life. With the ups and downs. You know. Right, let me see if I could just take this charger out. Let me see how far is the battery. Right, let's run this till when the battery almost die. Let's just see if we can scratch some of these things here. So thank you guys for tuning in. We got about to do a little scratch here. Just see if we can win anything. Let me see. Let's see if we can do a little scratch here. If we can do some scratch. So let's see if we can win anything. Start off with one at a time. These pleated air filters trap up to 75% of larger airborne contaminants, keeping allergens out of your home and lasting up to 90 days. Hope you guys can see. $3.99 after rebate. Get cleaner clothes and softer skin with Morton water softeners. Morton's Wi-Fi integration allows for tracking and alerts. So this one, if you scratch and you win, is up to $5,000. $6.99 after 11% rebate. Save big money at Menards. If home is where the heart is, the bathroom is where the beat goes on. And Thornton and Grooms knows life moves too fast to miss a beat. So we provide complete plumbing solutions. So let's see if we can be a lucky person. And annual preventative maintenance to give you peace of mind and the comfort of knowing our expert technicians can't be beat. Trusted, guaranteed. Thornton and Grooms since 1937. Stop plumbing problems before they start. Call Thornton and Grooms for a whole home plumbing inspection for just $99. So let's see if we can win something, you know what I mean? Needs a network it can count on, even during the unexpected. Power's out. Power's out. Power's out. Comcast Business has you covered with Wi-Fi backup to help keep you up and running. Wi-Fi's out. Let's power on. Let's power on. Let's power on. It's from the company with 99.9% network reliability. Let's power on. Power on with the leader in connectivity. Learn how to get Comcast Business Internet and advanced security plus Wi-Fi backup for $59 a month. And ask how to get up to a $600 prepaid card. Call today. Let's see, guys. You know sometime. Where are you going? And who's this guy? Oh, that's you. Me? Well, Mike too. He doesn't even look like you. Close enough. People don't really focus on you. I'll call you later, Mike 1. Mike 1? Your voice matters. Your vote counts. I'm and 7 News Detroit will be there every step of the way, providing depth and balance to keep you informed on the races that matter most. America votes. I don't know if I'm a lucky person again, but I see a multiplier 5 times, 5x times, 5 times prizes. Ticket the latest results from the race for president in Battleground, Michigan. Right now, with 61% of precincts reporting, Kamala Harris has 64% of the vote to Donald Trump. So win price showing below that number. Scratch the multiplier, get a 5x symbol, win 5 times any prize you want. But I didn't win nothing, but I got the 5 times multiplier. I don't think I won nothing, guys. I don't know if you guys could see. You see, I get the 5 times multiplier, but I didn't win nothing. I don't think so. I can go check it tomorrow. And they had 20 over here, so if I had get 20 over here, then 5 times that will get me. So let me see what's going on. Let me see. Okay, so let me see what's going on. This is a multiplier right over here. Okay, so the multiplier is here. So let me see what the number. Winning number should be here.
compared to last time around
If
may
I
not
win
make
this number, let me
a big
see what's
difference.
going on.
It also depends on how well he's done in other areas. So if he's up in other areas,
And I can
coupled
always
with
check.
the extra 3% that he may be getting in Wayne, then that could spell a lot of bad trouble for Harris.
Yeah, because she would have to make up for that somewhere else, correct?
Correct.
All right. Are you seeing any other surprises in Michigan that we may not have expected,
I
either
think I
on
will
Trump's
let
end
you
or
here.
Harris's end?
Not really yet because we just don't know
The
what
number
this
was
whole
4. No,
vote
it was
total is
22
at this
yet.
particular time. And it looks as though the vote in
Let
the
me see.
large
We have a
urban
biblical way
areas
to go with these
still
two here.
is
Let me
not
see.
coming in at the level of other places in the state,
This is
which
kind of
we
it
should say
looks.
is typical. You know, I can't tell you how many times we've sat here and waited for the
Oh,
big
they have
city
one
votes to
express on
come
here,
in,
so
not
so
just
these
in
are
this
the
state,
two.
but in other states.
One
And
with
then we've
5x. So
seen
if you win the 5,
elections
if you
turn
get the
around
5x symbol,
sometimes
win
because
5
of that.
times any
But
prize
if
won.
he's done
Okay, well,
extremely well in
I get
West
that twice, but
Michigan
I didn't get
and performed
I
better
didn't
than
get
he
none,
was
so
even
let me see.
expected, and
And I
she's
can't check it because,
underperformed
I'm just
over in
scratching these
Southeast
things.
Michigan, then it may not be
I
good
see
for
this
her.
one with a
All right,
1x,
Chuck,
so I
we
don't know.
see
I
Vice
don't
President
know.
Harris on the stage right now with, oh, this
I
is
hope you guys
this
are
is
having a
from
good
before.
day,
We
though.
can see her up there.
A good
That's
night,
Miss Campaigning
as you
with
guys
Oprah
watch to see
Winfrey. But thank you so
who's
much,
going to
Chuck. We're
take
going to check back
the
with you
lead,
again as we
who's
continue
going to
to watch
take
the
this
numbers here in
race
Michigan.
Yeah, we'll
for
have
the
to be
next
patient
4
because
years.
it's slowly coming in,
You know.
but we need it all to be able to tell what's really happening between these two candidates who've had a neck and neck
But
fight.
whatever decision is made,
Neck
it's
and
going to
neck.
be there
All
for
right, let's
4
go to
years.
Simon Shaked. He's at
Next
our
4 years,
mapping
right?
wall,
Next
taking
4
a
years,
look
every
at the
4 years,
numbers
also.
by the county
Every 4
vote.
years.
Simon, what do you think?
Yeah, we have been
This
going
one was
county by
33
county,
with a
and let me tell you what the
1x
presidential race
prize.
is showing us county by county here
I
in
don't know what that
Michigan. Let's
is.
start with Macomb County, where Trump is ahead by he's got a 54.2% number, where he has 43.8%. That is that swing county that both parties are really fighting hard to try and get. We want to slide over now to Oakland County, where Harris, not necessarily surprising,
This
has
is a
just over
1x. It's
80.4%
33 now.
estimated votes. Trump with
I'm gonna check these things.
43.8%. And then drop down to
This is
Wayne County.
this is a
There
1x.
with
I mean, I have 2
24%
5x in
reporting.
there.
Harris has
Yeah,
70
1x.
and a half
1x
nearly
is not
percentage.
giving no winnings.
Trump with 25.9.
So let me
Also,
see.
I just want to point out over here in Washtenaw County, Harris doing well,
See what I've got.
65.5% to Trump 32.1. And lastly,
So in the meantime, as I
Kent
watch
County, the
to
fourth
see what's
largest county
going
in
on,
Michigan, that's turned purple, 58.2% Harris, Trump
my
40.1.
son's gonna
We'll
stay up
continue to
now,
watch these
no,
numbers
look
file in, but
longer
that's a
because
county
they
by
have
county
school
breakdown.
tomorrow.
Back to you.
A lot more to watch. Thank you so much, Simon. Now, voters making their voices heard tonight across Michigan.
We have more of the important races and projected winners next at 11.
This one is 40. The number is 40. I get nothing here. Let's hope. Let's get another 5x. Let's see what this 5x is about.
Every night on 7 News Detroit at 6.
Stories from the 7
Got the 40 over this one. Yeah, imagine we're doing for 40 over there. You just 1x in and let's multiply that by that number. So this one is 31. The number is 31. No, I got 30 in here. And the 30 is the one with the 5,000.
On 7 News Detroit.
Nevertheless, let's keep going.
So much at stake this election. Your voice matters, your vote counts, and 7 News Detroit will be there every
Let's
step of
keep
the
going
way.
and see how it's
From
going.
morning
No?
to night, providing depth and balance
Wish
to
me luck,
keep you
guys.
informed on the races that matter most. From the
See
school board
some
to
luck.
the State House and the White House. Make your voice
Win
matter.
some money, I
Turn
could
to
pay
7
some
News
bills
Detroit
out.
and WXYZ.com. America Votes 2024. Extended coverage continues right here.
And they
on
always have the
7
numbers
News
so
Detroit.
close.
Detroit loves starting their day with 7.
Because
Get
for
another
us, what
5x on
matters
here,
is
so too.
you're ready when you head out the door.
I don't know what it is.
and how to plan your day.
Guess you have to win a number on there. I don't know. If you have to win the number, and then whatever you win, then in 5 times,
Prepared for the weather. Any
they're not winning number.
you know exactly what to
So
expect.
if it's $50 on there, if it's $50 you win on there. Yep.
Major backups or road closures.
The
Detroit's favorite way to start the day.
7 News Detroit this morning.
Nope, not at all.
7 First Alert weather means you know in advance
This is a
and
5X
that you're
number
prepared
here.
for fall weather.
You have a lot of
Starting
5X
in the
there.
morning with what to expect. An
A
hour
lot
by
of
hour
5X.
forecast plus your Super 7 day.
Then evening, tracking any changes with your first look at tomorrow.
And on the weekends, we're helping you plan for all of your events and teeing up your week ahead.
We're here every step of the way, so you're prepared. 7 First Alert weather.
Just trying to
Get
see.
live election results as they
These
happen.
are some
Be
dollar
prepared by
cards
downloading
that
the
I
free
buy.
7 News Detroit app and stick with 7 for
I
your
don't hear
complete
either.
election coverage.
They got the
America
5X.
Votes
You can't imagine if
2024, only on
you had a
Channel
27, you get 5X. And this was a 7. Can you imagine if this was a 2 years, so I need $5,000?
Let's go now to our own
Five
Glenda
times
Lewis
that
with a
number,
look
you
at
get
the
a lot of
results
money.
coming in tonight from other local races.
Linda, what are you seeing?
Yeah, Mike, Carolyn, it's been a good night for incumbents in key races here in Michigan that we need, those congressional races. It appears Democrat Haley Stevens
Let's
has
see
won
if this
another
girl
term
can
in
win
office,
something.
representing the 11th district in Oakland County. And to the 6th U.S. House District covering
Oh, this is a
multiple
wax.
counties, incumbent Democrat Debbie Dingell, also the projected winner there. The same goes for incumbent Democrat Rashida Tlaib in the 12th Congressional District, covering multiple counties. And now the 13th Congressional District in Wayne County. The incumbent is
When the
Democrat
number
Sri
have to,
Tenadar.
I guess,
It
must
appears
be.
he's won another term in office by the numbers and the precincts reporting there. We'll, of course, be keeping a close eye on the other races. Back to you, Carolyn.
No,
Mike.
this
right,
is
Glenda, thank you
21
so
and they had
much for that
31 and then
update.
they
Now
all
our
making
coverage
number
continues
so
with the results of
if
some
it's
of
a
the key
21 then
races.
it's a
That's
31.
next at 11.
So let's keep trying.
Is Detroit. It's not your cookie cutter kind of town. We got all kinds of different places,
Listen, I'm gonna try it.
between the work, time for the fun.
Let's see.
We all have a voice. 7 News Detroit, your voice matters.
Welcome to 7 News Detroit at 6.
That's why we show up to listen, to be there for you, to hear your side, your point of view on the big story and
They
every
have 29.
7 News
Look at the 27 that I needed on that card. Now the 27 is over here. Ain't that something?
Stories from the 7 investigators.
investigations with real
Ain't that
results, like
something?
getting 3 state laws changed, improving over 30 policies in law enforcement, mental health,
Ain't that
awarded
something?
journalism's highest
At
honors.
28 and then what, 25, 27, 29. Man, they always one up for whatever the reason. I don't know. They just have one up.
The 7 investigators,
The number is 28 and they have 29 there.
with so much at stake
I'm
this
like,
election,
wow.
your voice matters, your
Wow.
vote counts, and 7
So it's a
News Detroit
pattern
will be
right there.
every step of the way. From morning
let's
to
scratch
night,
again.
providing depth and balance to keep you
Let's
informed
scratch this
on the
here.
races that matter most. From the
Let's
school
see.
board to
This
the
number
state
should be
house and
25.
the
Let's
White
see if we
House.
can get
Make
one.
your voice
Let's see if we
matter.
can be
Turn to
lucky.
7 News Detroit and WXYZ.com.
Yes, we are lucky, guys. We are lucky.
Extended coverage continues.
We
Right
are
here
lucky,
on
guys.
7 News
We are
Detroit.
lucky. Not luck,
Detroit
but we
loves
are
starting their
lucky.
day with
So
7.
let's see what the
Because for us,
multiplier
what
says.
matters
Let's
is you're
scratch
ready
to
when you
see.
head out the door.
You know what happened overnight and how to plan your
We're
day.
lucky
You're
one
more
way.
informed when it comes to
Okay, the
making
multiplier is only
decisions for
1x.
you and your family.
You're part of the
So I'll get, I
conversation.
think,
So
$4.
everyone's talking about it. You're prepared for the weather. Any changes or disruptions happening, you know exactly what
No,
to
you gotta get
expect. Right
5x
down
to
to
get
the
it,
hour.
I think.
And you'll never get caught off guard by
Okay,
construction,
so I won.
backup, or road closure.
I won,
Detroit's
guys.
favorite way to start the day.
I won.
News Detroit this morning.
So put this one
7
over here.
First Alert weather means you know in advance.
So let's keep going so we can get you on 5 grand here so I can clear some
Starting in
days
the
up.
morning with what to expect. An hour-by-hour forecast plus your Super 7 day.
Then evening,
Okay.
tracking any changes with your
go.
first look at tomorrow.
And on
Okay.
the weekends, we're helping you plan
If
for
we
all
have the
of your
5
events
times on there,
and
then
teeing up
we
your
would
week
have got
ahead.
We're here every step of the way, so you're prepared.
5 times. That would be $10
Here's
or
what we're working on
$12.
for tomorrow.
We're breaking down election
Yeah.
results as they continue to pour in. The results of the biggest races and issues and what it all means for you and your
So we
family.
get the 5
We'll see you
times
back
from
here
here so
tomorrow
what we
at
don't
7
get no
Detroit
winnings.
this morning.
They have
All right, we all knew it was going to be close. Thank you so much for
We have
joining us
22,
for our special election night coverage on
and
7 News Detroit at
the
11.
numbers.
And be sure to watch 7 News Detroit starting at 4 tomorrow morning for more on the election 2024 results. Have a
This I
great
get
night.
one.
Stay safe.
Get one. They
long
kind of
enough,
relaxing though.
you might as well place an order. Get $5 off all specialty pizzas.
So
with
let's see if we
code
can win
special.
our $5,000.
Jets. Better because it has to be.
Let's see, that's what we need. Need to win a $5,000.
At ABC Warehouse. Right now, get a Frigidaire side-by-side refrigerator for only $8.93 or less. Only at
$5,000
ABC
we
Warehouse.
need to make. $5,000.
When you're hurt in an accident, you
Let's
turn to
see if
family.
we're-
And the Bernsteins are the family that will fight for you. You can trust them like family, and they'll treat you like family. Get the Bernstein advantage.
This is Detroit.
Get a lot of files though. That's not the winning number. Number 191 on there, so. One times that price, so you get $4. So.
Voice matters.
Welcome to 7 News Detroit at 6.
Alright, so 5, let's see, come on, you want $5,000, man. Just struggling so long. Oh, don't look at the numbers. Oh, man.
Weeknights at 6.
Ball head on these numbers.
Investigators.
Weeknights.
On 7 News Detroit at 6.
Okay, this one is.
This is the pizza.
This one lost in the system. They had this big old 30 and all they have is numbers in the tens line.
Dreaming. Jets. Better
Let's keep going see if we can win something for the prize. They are $10.50, $1.50, and $5.
It is now midnight in the east, 9 p.m. in the west. Polls are now closed in Hawaii, 49 states in
Let's
all.
see if we can win
Alaska,
that
the only
$5,000
state
people.
left. The race for president
Let's
has
press our luck.
advertised incredibly close tonight. And at this hour,
Let's
let's
press
take a
our
look
luck,
at
see
the
if we
battleground
can get
states
that
we're tracking
$5,000.
every hour here. Pennsylvania, 19 electoral votes. It is a must-win state, really. For both of these campaigns, it becomes very difficult without Pennsylvania.
25 up
Donald
here and
Trump,
here a lot though.
with the lead at this hour, as you can see, leading by 215,000 votes in Pennsylvania. It's our understanding that the Philadelphia area could be having some votes coming in very shortly. We'll see if it's enough to make up this 215,000 vote difference between the two. It's becoming more and more difficult as the night goes on mathematically, but not impossible. Michigan, 15 electoral votes. The raw vote coming in. Donald Trump leading there, leading by about 100,000 votes in Michigan. In Wisconsin at this hour, 10 electoral votes. Kamala Harris trailing Donald Trump by about 87,000 votes in the Badger State. In Georgia, we have not called Georgia yet. The
Nope,
Secretary
nope,
of State
let's
of
keep
Georgia,
going, people. We
came
still
out
got a
with
little
press
bit.
conference.
Let's
We
keep
are
going
not projecting this race,
so
but
we
he
can
believes,
see.
given the numbers in that
Probably
state, that
when
it's
they give you one,
insurmountable
that's
for
when you
Kamala
win
Harris at this point. Donald Trump leading by
Let's see.
118,000 votes or so. In Arizona, out west tonight, 11 electoral votes, a very
Oh,
close
so
race there.
voices be heard.
Look at the margin of difference between the two of them. All of these states, as you can see, close races. In Nevada, 6 electoral votes. State of Nevada at this hour, Donald Trump in the lead by about 10,000 votes in Nevada. Those are the battleground states that we're tracking.
We're
Now let's
trying,
look
we're
at the state
trying,
we can
people.
project at this hour.
Let's see,
We
praise-
can project that Kamala
see if
Harris
we
will
look
win
good
the
over
state
here.
of Hawaii, 4 electoral votes. So let's
See if
go
we
to
can
the
win
map right
something.
now. The race to 270,
Wow, the
Kamala Harris
vacuum
winning
is
14
14.
states. Washington, D.C., Donald Trump, 24
Come on,
states.
get that
There you see the electoral
$5,000.
count,
Get that
189 to
$5,000.
230 at
Let's
this
go,
hour.
let's go.
And as we mentioned earlier, and Pennsylvania is called one way or another, it changes the
All
course
right.
almost entirely. Let's get rid
Get
of
that
Rick Klein at the ball.
$5,000.
Rick, we've called North Carolina for Donald Trump. We wanted to go back to that column we had up there a second ago. Just the hypothetical. Again, just for the audience that's with us, and we're grateful because we know it's just after midnight here in the East. North Carolina called for Trump. 69.7 out of
All right,
100
guys.
chances of winning. The
So we won
simulations that
one
our
more
team is
again,
doing,
but this time it's another
30%
dollar.
chance of winning for Kamala
No, the
Harris.
first one was
Show us what happens with
$2.
Pennsylvania, really, for either one.
This one is
Pennsylvania
$1,
puts
and
Trump
then we
over
get
the
the
top at this
multiplier,
point.
so
I mean,
probably get
there's
$5.
no way anymore to
So
see
Yeah.
how this doesn't
So, yeah.
devastate her chances. But I want to get into what it would mean for Kamala
that.
Harris, because there still is a path left, and
So
it
we
would
get that,
involve
so.
starting with Pennsylvania. That
Yeah,
would
yeah,
balance
yeah.
things out a little bit as we.
But
look
we need
things
that $5 grand,
over.
right? So let's
But
keep
then
going.
there's still the possibility of
We need that
but this
$5,000.
doesn't assume at all, David, what we're seeing in the rest of the states. The overpowering
Let's get that
position right
$5
now
grand.
that
Can clear up
that-
some of
that
my
we're
bills.
seeing,
Let's get that $5 grand.
the Trump campaign in Georgia.
That's
Right
all
now,
I
leading
want.
by about
Get that
118,000
$5,000.
votes with 93% of the vote in. We're
I know if
just
you when you
not
want to get
seeing
all
a lot
$5,000,
left
you have to
in
pay
terms of
taxes
where
on there,
the
but
vote
still
can
in
be.
what
We
you
still
get
got
left,
some
you can
dots, but
always
they
use it to
are
clear your
getting
bills, you know what I
smaller.
mean?
And that means that
there's the possibilities of making up ground in
Ooh.
a DeKalb County. Yeah, there's votes
Little
left. There's no
fools.
question, 44,000. But you
Alapay,
got to think
alapay.
about
I'm sorry.
maybe he nets or she nets 30,000 out of that. That gets you down maybe to 80,000, and there's still other places. That's where this math gets
Close my
increasingly
eyes,
difficult,
sir.
and
We have
that's
a
where the
few more
fact
to
that
go, so let's
she
see.
is trailing in Georgia as well as Pennsylvania.
These are
Michigan,
dollar
Wisconsin
strips,
makes
so
this difficult to see.
let me
There's still the
see.
possibility of a western path if she can piece together
Let me
Arizona and
see.
Nevada that could offset one of these losses, but not a Pennsylvania loss.
Come on.
And
Oh,
she
I
would
won
then need
again.
to be able to carry the other battlegrounds or the other blue
I
wall
won
states.
again.
Forgive me for asking the question again, but
This
it's
time
what
is
I think
another
viewers at
dollar,
home want to know on
but
really
then
both
it's a
sides,
one
Trump
times
supporters and
price,
Harris
so
supporters in
I think
Pennsylvania.
it
Let's
probably
look
be
at the
like
math.
$2.
And again, revisit whether or not we think this is
I'm not sure.
possible
I have to calculate my machine.
mathematically, and if the chances are slimming here for any sort of change of course here.
I had played
Philadelphia, how
one
much
once
of
and
the
I
vote
was
is
just
left?
kept winning that day.
We've seen
And the last ticket I
narrow
won,
a
the guy
little bit
wouldn't
as
give
more
me the
vote comes in,
receipt.
I think, from the
He just
suburbs.
give
I'll
me
check on
$10.
that in a second. We still have about 250,000 votes, about a quarter
So
of
I
the
won
overall
again.
vote
I
in
get
the
a
city of
28.
Philadelphia. This is overwhelmingly
See,
Harris territory,
look at
but
that
it is less overwhelmingly so than it was for Joe Biden, and it is still
Ooh.
below where we think she would need to be running.
You
according
gotta
to
go
the
through so
538
many things in
benchmark. So
life,
she
guys.
just isn't
Sometimes
running up
just
the
to
kind of
reach,
numbers, even if she were
just
to
to reach somewhere.
absolutely bomb in the outstanding vote in Philadelphia.
Like what
it's
I'm doing
still
now, I'm
going to be hard to
scratching
make
so
up that
many you
gap.
scratch.
Same thing in these other bluer leaning
Scratch so
suburbs,
many.
Chester, Montgomery,
Just to
and what
get
we're paying attention to today. Bucks is
3.
now flipped. It's now
But let's
narrowly
keep
in
going.
Trump's direction.
And then I
Very
got my
narrowly,
lion
but
ticket,
this
so we
is
want to
that is
see. This
exactly
one
what
is
he needed to be
a
doing.
big one.
His
Let me see if the
538
lion
benchmark
lucky
had
me.
47%. He's 2
This
points
one the big
above
one. I
that.
saw they have it,
It's
so
classic
you know I'm a
battlegrounds
lion
for
girl,
County.
so I have
And
to
that's
get
really the
mine.
story of the night, at least so far.
And then I
We're
got
getting
this
deep
one
into the night,
next.
is that Donald Trump
Got this one after.
ran up the
So I'm gonna
margins
scroll
in so many
scratch
of
it.
these red
So let me see while
counties.
I'm here watching
Maybe
what's
not
going on.
huge urban
Let me see if
areas or
I can
huge
be lucky
populated
over here.
counties, but in all of these red
Let me
counties,
see how
in
much
the swing
I'm
states where
losing.
it truly does matter, as you know, it matters everywhere across the
I
country.
guess this,
But in
I
the
guess
swing
this is
counties,
the
for
red
every one of
state.
those sort of benchmarks that you were showing me in Pennsylvania, Donald Trump was
This is watching the red
meeting them
state.
or
1,
just
2,
outperforming
3,
them
4,
ever so slightly, and that does
6,
add up.
Yeah,
7,
you can
8,
just kind of do
9,
a
10,
tour of the
11,
state and
12,
pick
13,
almost any county
14,
and see that he's
15 so far.
outperforming where he
I
was
guess this
where
is
he
the
was
red
projected
state.
to
Let me
need
see. I
to
don't know.
be to win the state.
Let me see.
Almost every place, a point or
With
two
the
here,
blue
a point
state
or,
on
a
the
point or two
1,
there.
2,
That adds
3.
up. He's
So
adding
let me see.
25,000 votes in a
This is
small
my
county.
winnings over
Near
here.
State College,
Finally go
Rachel talked
enjoy
about
it.
what it means in State College. This is
Oh
a place
Lord,
that
and the
Kamala
time's so
Harris
hot,
frankly
guys.
needed to win if she's going to be competitive.
Well, let's see if we can get that
Really the story
$5,000.
almost everywhere, not just in the
Let's
battleground
see if we
states,
can get
but
that
in the non-battleground states. And that's why
$5,000.
we've seen a map develop tonight that saw Florida and Texas get projected very early.
Let's see.
Iowa, despite that Des Moines Register poll, went very solidly for Donald Trump. That's looking now like it's a
If I can get
13
that
point
$5,000, it
victory
would be so
for Donald
nice.
Trump. And why we're still sitting here at a little after midnight and we don't have a projection in New Jersey. We don't have a projection in New Hampshire. Virginia just got projected a little while back. We don't have a projection in
Yes, 16 for the
Minnesota
red state.
just yet. So all these bluer states have moved a little bit red. And again,
Come on, we need to get
the upshot is right now
we need to
Donald
get the
Trump has
$5,000. Come on now,
4.3
cards. Don't play me
million
like
more
that.
votes
We
than
need the
Kamala Harris.
5,000.
And
At least
the
one
House will change,
5,000. I
especially
mean,
with
at least
California's
one.
vote, but that is an astounding number when you realize he lost the
That's
popular
all I
vote
want. One.
both times he ran. In fact, both times he was around 46, 47%.
At least give me one.
Now, if this were to hold,
At
it
least
will not
give
hold,
one
to be
to me.
clear, but he's got a shot at hitting 50%.
At hitting 50%. Reince, did you get a chance to reach out to the former president?
I talked to him a few minutes ago. He's pretty obviously excited, wanted to know how I felt about Wisconsin. I feel really good about it. And if you look at Wisconsin, what you'll see there is that the president up over 95,000 votes. And if there's going to be a ballot dump in Milwaukee, which is when they get the flash drive.
Man, why
from
would
all
they
the
do that?
absentee ballot
They
early
gave me
vote,
the 11 as the winning number.
So
What,
I
13
thought
as the
that
number?
president
Get
would
truth.
win by 40 or 50,000 votes.
Don't get
once
mad.
that
Calm down.
happens. But if you look at Green Bay, what
Baby,
you're going to see
calm
there,
down.
that's going to be a big win for
Calm down.
President Trump there. Only
All
about
right, let's go.
35%
We have
in.
a
That's
few
gonna
more.
keep
Let's make one of
coming,
these
the
$5,000.
direction
Come
of
on, flip the
President
number.
Trump. So, like Rick said, I mean, Kamala Harris is bleeding in every direction. The other point I want to make is that something I've been trying to argue for the past
Come on,
couple
look,
weeks
they
is
give me
that
18 and it's
Wisconsin,
17.
Michigan,
And it's 17 have
in
$5.
2016 went all three for Trump. 2020, all three
This is
for
crazy.
Joe Biden. And one of the reasons I think that is that when you think about
It's
the
fun, though.
undecided voter,
You might not
They're the
eat,
same
you might
person in
not look
Wisconsin, Michigan,
swollen
and
up thinking
Pennsylvania.
about a lot of stuff
And
that
there's
is
a reason
out
why
of your
these
control.
states run together.
You
I'm
know,
not
look,
saying
you
that's
see,
going to
they have
happen.
the
There's a
numbers how
lot
close
that
they are.
go tonight,
This is the
but
18,
it certainly is
and
how
if you
it's
look good, you see
trending,
the 17.
and
You see the
it's
17?
just not very
Crazy.
surprising.
I know. I think it's really interesting, Rice, and I think it comes all the way back to this central issue we've been talking about all night long, which is the economy.
It's like
And
sometimes
you
you're
can be
this
told
close
that the stock
to
market
winning,
hit
and
40
then
record
up.
highs this year, and interest rates are coming down, inflation's back down at where
Such
the
is life.
Fed
All
wants
right,
it.
so
We're probably going to see another Fed interest rate hike in the next couple of days, even after the election. But it's how do you feel? You know, when you go to
come
the
on,
grocery
let's get
store, how do you feel like you had a little
$5,000.
more back before the pandemic? And you have more
Make
exit
my
polling
dream come
nationally and in
true.
some of the swing states, right, Lynn?
Exactly.
Pay
It
my
goes back
bills
to what
off.
John Carl was pointing out, how Donald Trump would begin virtually every rally recently, all
Like
better
tonight,
off
you're
than
not
you
going to give me
were
the 5
4
grand.
years ago. And what's interesting, if you look nationally, because at his rallies, obviously those are his supporters, right? And so they will be this ruckus response and in agreement. But nationally, people agree. 45%. So nearly
Ooh.
half of these American voters are saying that they're worse off now than they were 4 years ago. And then you see 30% say about the same, 24% say better.
All right,
But
we
this
have.
figure is actually worse than even in
We
the
have
Great
2
Recession in
left.
2008, where you had
Let's see if we can win
42%
something.
of people saying that they
Let's see if
were
we can
worse
win
off than they
something,
were
people.
4 years ago. Then when you tick through
But
these
overall,
blue wall
it's
states,
refreshing. So,
Pennsylvania, 67% of voters
you know, so
saying
if you
the
live at
condition of
home
the
and by
nation's
yourself
economy
and
is not so good or
bored
poor.
or
More of the
anything, this
same
would be
in
nice.
Michigan,
These are just
63%,
$1. So
not
if you
so
want
good or
just buy
poor.
multiple and
Wisconsin, more of the same,
you
66%
not scratch, you
not
know,
so
it don't
good
hurt you.
or poor. And again, it goes
It
without
don't hurt you
saying
because
it.
they're a
We've
dollar.
known for
You
months
know what I
now
mean?
that the American people trusted Donald
You
Trump
can just
by
buy
and
$20
large when it
worth.
comes to the economy.
That's what they were saying in the polls. I do want to get to Rebecca
You can
Garvin
just
real
buy
quick. She's
$20
down on Wall
worth,
Street.
yeah?
Rebecca, and you know, you and I talked about this, Rebecca, leading up to the election. This
I won
sort
again,
of,
guys.
you know, you can throw stats at people all
I didn't even
you like.
realize
I
I
mean,
won.
just when we report this,
So
because it
this
is what
time I
it is.
get
But
33 for
you
$1,
can't replace that
and this is
with how
1
people
X. So
truly feel at their own
if
family
it's
dynamic,
$1
and
and
whether
they
or not they just
multiply it
remember a
again, I
time
would
when their
get
money was
$2. I
going
think
further.
I'm not sure. So yeah.
Yeah, absolutely, David. You can define the economy in many different ways, whether it's jobs
So
or
4
stocks
over
or
here. So,
growth. And
all right,
we talked about
let's
this.
see if
Those
this is the lucky one
measures
we're gonna get
look
the 5
very
grand
strong,
on.
but the way
Let's see.
voters define the economy
Fingers
right
crossed.
now is on inflation. And I talk to voters
Fingers
all the
crossed
time
while we
who are
watch to
stretched,
see who's gonna
even though
take that one.
inflation has
Might
come
not be
down,
tonight, but
prices have not.
never
And
know.
the typical American family is paying about $1,200 a month on the same goods and services as they were 3 years ago. While
Same goods and
paychecks are up,
services that they
people are
reduced. Come on,
stretched,
give me
and
that
there are constant
$5,000.
reminders of that. It's the grocery store, it's the rent check, it's
I thought we
childcare
did that.
payments, and people,
Oh,
when they look back 3, 4
I won
years ago
again.
and they remember
But this
paying
time it's
a
another
much
dollar.
lower amount, that's where they see the economy.
I won
And
again,
even
people,
to
but
the point
it's
that
a
Cindy just made
dollar.
about the Great Recession, back then, there were bankruptcies, there were stock market collapses, there was massive worldwide calamity. The economy
I guess I gotta
was
buy it.
in a much,
So
much
I won
worse
with
place
35.
in terms of the worldwide picture, and
You
yet
see the
that was a
35?
jobs question
Yeah,
and a
got that one.
foreclosures, a housing question. Not everyone lost their job back then. Not everyone had their house foreclosed. But today, when you go to the gas station or you go to the grocery store, every person has that nagging issue around prices and
And I only
inflation,
get one of
and
the
that has
5X.
been a real
You see the
deficit
5X where you have to
for
catch?
Harris coming into this as the
You see that
incumbent, coming
5X,
from
if you
the
catch that,
incumbent's
if you
party.
catch a winning number and catch a
Rebecca
5X,
Jarvis
then you
here in
multiply
New
it.
York with us. The state of the economy and the fact that it is a number
So
one
guys, that's
issue
the
in
end
this
of that
election. Rebecca,
section.
thanks so
Now
much.
is the time to
Beautiful
reveal.
skyline of New
This
York
one
City
is for
behind you, Rebecca,
50,000,
on this election night. Thanks.
and then this one
You're getting
is
some
for
new data tonight about the
500,000.
shifts
Win up
in
to
voting across a
15,000.
multitude
So
of states. And I just wonder
one
if part of the
prize. So let's
storyline
see.
that's emerging tonight is that,
I'm doing
that
this one
Kamala
last.
Harris really couldn't sort of
Let's
extricate
see.
herself
The
from the
mystery
Biden
multiplier,
administration. That this is
mystery
really the Biden Harris
bonus.
administration and the economy and how a lot of voters feel about where the economy has been these
So with
last
the
4
mystery
years and
bonus,
whether
you
or not they
reveal
felt
a
better off,
price
you
and you
know,
win
in the
that
years
whatever.
preceding it.
Yeah, we were talking tonight about what
So
took so long in
reveal a
Virginia.
S
Virginia's
symbol
looking
in
like
the
it's about
game
a
of
4
1
or
to
a
11.
5 point
You will
race
win
now.
prize shown for that
And
symbol.
if you look at where
If
it
you
stood
win
in
multiple,
2020, it was a 10-point race, right? So
you're prized by the
look
multiple
at New
number
York. This is
for
actually a
that
really
game.
good
Each
example
game
right now.
played
It's about 11
separately.
points, a convincing victory. Sure, that's great, but look
I
at where
think
New
it'll be
York was last time, 23 points. We're seeing just vanishingly small margins in all these places. Even as some of these states have fallen the way you'd want, it's similar to the point that Ryan Previous was making
Okay.
earlier. If you think about the whole
So
country
let's
as a
scratch these
spectrum,
things to see
and
what's
you
going
just
on.
shift it a little bit one way or the other, it's going to mean some of these battleground states kind of fall into their own place. It's also going to mean that red places become even redder, and blue places become a little less so.
Let's see
why
if we
you
can
have
win if we
something
want
like this
$1,000.
absolute
I
romp
don't know.
in Florida, which was a
I
battleground
guess we
state
gotta
4
take it
years
down
ago.
low.
Now this is like 14, 15-point victory for Donald Trump.
Pennsylvania. Are we gonna get
Pennsylvania.
more votes from Philadelphia?
As a matter of fact, we have. So we've been looking at the number to see what happens. And last time we checked, it was a little more like 250,000. Now it's down to 185,000, and you've seen the margin come down a little bit commensurately. But we haven't seen a huge shift though in Harris's numbers in terms of carrying the place. She's still a couple of points below where she would need to be, and not getting enough votes out of Philadelphia as of now. Again, with about 3/4 of the vote in to potentially overcome that margin.
Let me take this over to Terry Moran. Terry, you're watching this. What Rick just showed us. It's not just
All right,
the
so
swing
reveal
states,
all
the
the
battlegrounds.
numbers.
We saw it in New York State. We saw it in several
They want
states.
to
We're
look
just
at
the margin of
this.
victory. Virginia, for example, it took us a long time to call that tonight. What do you make of this sort of redder shift this election?
There was no
it's a red
S.
shift. It's really a Trump shift.
So
You know,
apparently,
it's a remarkable thing he's accomplished, win or lose, and it certainly looks
Yeah,
like
the
it sounds like
bill.
he's going to win. But what he's done is he has continually expanded
let's check
that
the
movement,
mystery
that
number now and see
populist
what's going
movement that
on.
he ignited the moment he came down that escalator in 2015. He got more votes in 2020 than he did in 2016. He's getting more votes now, and he is
The
diversifying his
mystery number
coalition.
is a ring,
Our
and I don't
exit
got no
polling
ring.
data says that Hispanic voters nationally are going
Didn't got a ring.
45% Harris. That is the best showing for a Republican president among Hispanic voters, 45%, since 1976. Right? These young men. It's almost a 50-50 split. That is one of the targets that he had. He is making
So I didn't win
converts
nothing on here.
to this
Well, let's
anti-establishment
ready to rumble. Okay.
populist movement that he launched. And yes, 70% wrong track is part of it. And yes, the economy is part of it. But it's something he's done. He's realigned our politics in a way that no one has done since at least Ronald Reagan.
Terry Moran, thanks to you. We do have another state to project at this hour. ABC News can now project the state of New Mexico has been won by Vice President Kamala Harris. She picks up 5 electoral votes from New Mexico. She won in that state by a margin of about
All right, so let's
38,000
see.
votes. I'm sure Rick could show us perhaps
Wish me
what
luck.
that was 4 years ago. There's been a real tightening across
Wish
this
me
map
luck, you
in
guys.
just about every single state.
Yeah, this is what it
You
looked like
guys.
4 years ago. 99,000 votes, 100,000 votes last
Oh,
time around.
thank God I didn't even
So
open it. I
far
almost
tonight, we're looking at like 38,000 votes. Now, we know Donald Trump did a rally there in New Mexico that he said was specifically to shore up his support among those very Latino voters that Terry was talking about.
All right, we're going to get thoughts from Chris Christie on all of this as well, and go right around the room on what we're witnessing here tonight. It's coming into a bit of a clearer focus here. Very tight races in all these states, but as you know, tight races do not win the swing states. You've got to actually win them. You've got to get over the finish line. We're going to go back through each one of them, see where things stand at this hour. We'll be right back. ABC News live coverage of Election Night 2024 continues right after this.
This should be the big reveal, guys. So let's see what's going on over here.
What is Circle? Circle's the fuel you need to take flight. Circle is your frosted treat with a sweet kick of confidence. Circle is the energy that gets you to the next level. Circle is what you hope for when life tosses lemons your way. Circle is your gateway back home. So what is Circle? It's your water, your way. Circle, available at Walmart and drinkcircle.com.
Dupixent can help people with asthma breathe better in as little as 2 weeks. So this is better. Even this. Dupixent is an add-on treatment for specific types of moderate to severe asthma. It's not for sudden breathing problems. Dupixent can cause allergic reactions that can be severe. Tell your doctor right away if you have rash, chest pain, worsening shortness of breath, tingling, or numbness in your limbs. Tell your doctor about new or worsening joint aches and pain or a parasitic infection. Don't change your stop asthma medicines, including steroids, without talking to your doctor. Ask your specialist about Dupixent. There's some things that work better together, like your workplace benefits and retirement savings. Voya helps you choose the right amounts without over or under investing, so you can feel confident in your financial choices.
Voya, well planned, well invested, well protected.
Scout is protected by Simparica Trio, and he's in it to win it.
You know, just to scratch these number, they really
Neurologic adverse reactions, including seizures. Used with caution in dogs with a history of these disorders. For winning protection, go with Simparica Trio. Sore throat got your tuck? Mucinex Insta-Sue Sore Throat Medicated Drops. Uniquely formulated for rapid relief that lasts and lasts. That's my baby! Try our new sugar-free cough drop. Insta-Soothe!
We shared a strange, unusual experience, but seeing you here tonight just opens my heart up again.
Welcome to the very first ever Golden Bachelorette Men Tell All! I didn't expect to be that famous.
they do you like crap.
I love these guys. They're friends for life. We all came looking for love with Joan, but we got this, which is incredible, really.
You did not want that thing. Another thing, neither up here, nor down here. Nothing.
Election night 2024. Live from
And then it was only one. I don't think I had it. Nevertheless, let's see which one of the state one. This is my election. Let's see which one. Let's see which one of the party won the election. This is my election.
Everyone now waiting to see how the blue wall will go.
This is the
Actually,
blue
which way the wave hits when it hits.
This
shore,
is
I
the red
guess,
state.
Because it's very
So
close.
all these go to the
Kamala
red
Harris's
states, and let me
campaign
count now.
believes it still has a pathway through
Let me
those
see
three
who won
states of
in my
Pennsylvania,
book.
Michigan, and Wisconsin.
Let me see much
Though it
votes.
is
Wow.
very tight and mathematically challenging at this point. Rick, something you've noticed?
Yeah, we just got a couple more votes, another big chunk of votes out of Delaware County, Delco. This is a heavily Harris County, and we're seeing her do fairly
21
well there.
vote for Donald Trump.
But not quite at the 538 benchmark, which is
Let me see much
problematic.
vote
And
for
it closed
Kamala
down
Harris.
to a 160,000 vote margin. We still think there's lots of votes out there, and if you're poking around, we're
5.
still waiting on Philadelphia. 177,000 votes expected there.
So that's my
120,000
win.
votes in Montgomery, another
That's
60,000 in
that's
Chester.
my win.
That's
So
where I focused a lot of
Donald
attention.
Trump at
But
21,
there's still
then
some
Kamala
Republican areas
5.
that are outstanding. Johnstown, which is an area that
So
is going to go a lot redder, almost certainly.
that's
Right now,
just my
State's got
answer,
about
my
58,000
prediction
votes,
answer.
too. So it's kind of taking one step forward, two
Don't
steps
back
back
me on that.
potentially as Harris tries to make up ground.
Shows Michigan. What do you got?
But at least I gain back something, you know.
It's really not going to come into clear
I
focus
gain
until
back
we
some.
see
I
a
will
lot
go and
more
make sure I
out of
double
Detroit
check
out of Wayne
these to
County.
make sure
Wayne County
everything is
is the
correct the way I look
biggest
at
in the
it, you
state.
know.
It's also really where the Democrats vote. It's also home to Dearborn,
But
which we know has had
at least I
kind
won
of
back
a
something.
lukewarm reception to Kamala
So,
Harris and to Joe
so
Biden.
let's see
Both
how things
right now,
gonna
she's
go.
only getting 36,000
And why
votes.
you wondering
Out
why
of
I
Wayne
say
County,
these
that's
are the red
obviously
state
gonna
is
go up
because
quite a
these
bit.
are red, so they
We'd
begin with
expect
red, so I
that
just call them the
it
red.
has to.
So the
But
few that
we
really
just
won
saw a
this,
little jump
I
in the
just
vote
call
here
it
that changes some
the
of the
blue
numbers,
team.
gets it down to 160,000. So that's going to take a
Okay.
while based on our reporting. But
Which is
really,
5
we're
of
just
them.
waiting on the urban areas in all three of those big battlegrounds.
And Wisconsin, where are we?
Yeah, Wisconsin right now is a 96,000 vote margin, and Milwaukee is just going to be the one that
So
we're
I
waiting
guess
on
in
so
order
much,
to win
190,000
money
votes in
and this, you
Milwaukee
have to
alone.
have
As we've been talking about
a
tonight,
bunch
you
of
can make up some of the ground, but it's hard to
a
make
bunch
up
of
big
these
chunks
dollar
because
things.
Donald Trump will net some votes there
I
as well
won't
as
mix
in other
them up.
parts of the state.
I'll probably
Chris
double
Christie,
check
what do you
these
think
to
of what
make
you see here?
sure.
Well, look, I think there's a
You
few
know,
things
because
to look
sometimes you
at
can't
tonight.
miss.
The first one is I got asked this
Okay,
morning
I
by
know I didn't
George,
miss
Good
that
Morning
to
America,
tell you
about these
And all of these that I missed, they have the
the
5X.
72% saying we're
All
on the
of
wrong
these.
track versus the 60%
But you see who is called for. So let's see.
Trump,
Let's see if
and which one was going to govern. And I think what we're seeing tonight
prediction
is wrong
here
track governs over
is
his
correct.
unfavorables. They don't like him, but they trust him on some of those issues more. And
Even
secondly,
if I had got it.
for Kamala
When
Harris, she
I
had
had
to
one
come
with
with more
30, that
imaginative
30
campaigns
was
when she did.
$5,000.
And here's the thing. Joe Biden gotten out a year ago. This might be a totally different race. He's got to be thinking about that
Yeah,
tonight.
that's the beginning of a bigger conversation we're going to have probably right after this break. We'll be back with much more. ABC News Live coverage continues here in a moment.
Bigger race or high?
At Simply Safe, your safety is the only thing that matters. We designed smarter ways to detect motion for fast emergency response.
And I can
We
say if
create
I lost
HD cameras
again,
so you could see what's happening in your home from anywhere.
I
All
didn't gain.
powered by Fast Protect
I
technology.
did not gain nothing.
Exclusively from Simply
But it's
Safe
all good.
for faster
It was
police
soothing, you know.
response. Now
Relaxing,
install our
calm.
advanced system your way. Have a pro
You know,
set it
while
up
scratching
or
and thinking
easily
about
do
that,
it
your
yourself.
knuckles hurting like
There's no
crazy.
safe like Simply
You know,
Safe.
especially if you're not a person who scratch none of these things, you know.
I won't scout play with us anymore.
know.
Here's something
I
called
had put, I had went to the to get gas one time and play this one, and everyone I asked for of that thing was a winning number, and I can't remember the number.
professionals administering
I'll probably go back to that gas
trying to
station and see.
conceive or breastfeeding should take extreme care to avoid self-injection, which can cause allergic reactions like anaphylaxis.
And this one, can you imagine if they had the bill on this one? This one have the $50,000 on it. Oh Jesus!
Shopify's point of sale system.
And so you can't look at money like that because it's so rude to the deceiver.
With fast and secure payment,
It will deceive you. I gotta hide these for the kids.
and one place to manage it all.
Gotta hide them for the kids. Huh?
Businesses that grow
It will
with
deceive the
Shopify.
people.
Still congested?
Nope.
Uh-oh. New Mucinex 2-in-1 saline
It
nasal
will
spray.
deceive.
Ready to buy?
New Mucinex 2-in-1
So I'm in my
saline
little
nasal
corner
spray
right here,
with a gentle
watching my
mist
little
and
TV.
innovative power jet brings
Cheers to
goodbye to
everybody.
congestion. It's comeback season.
Cheers.
Look at all
It's not
these
alcohol.
happy wedding guests.
I'm getting married.
Jeff, are you crying?
This expired July 2025. A lot of shelf life.
Oh, this isn't why. You have to help me. I need to come with me right now. I just don't know what to do.
All the way till July 2025. So this is Malta. This is like an imitation to the Jamaican Malta.
Now, in election
But from the other day, I see they changed the bottle. The bottle used to be more meager and long. Now they changed the bottle. So it can be more nuku and I don't know.
Throughout the night. The race for president is still too early to call, but here is where we stand right now with 55% of precincts.
Wow, Donald Trump
reported.
take the lead.
Donald Trump has 50% of the vote to Kamala Harris's 47.8.
Now, the race for a Michigan seat in the U.S. Senate is a tight one. Incumbent
Let's see
Democrat
what's going on,
Elizabeth
people.
Slotkin. If we're going to look at the graphic in just a moment, we're going to show you the numbers. There it is, right there, with 59%
Still
of the
too soon.
precincts reporting right now. You see
And the
Mike
game can
Rogers
play.
with 49.7% of the vote. Alyssa Slotkin to 47.4%. But again,
Wow.
that's with only 59% of the
Under
precincts.
this close, I'm
It's a
just
tight one.
worried now.
It is tight. Now, we have team coverage from both their watch parties tonight, starting with Brett Cast and the Slotkin team in Detroit. Brett?
Yeah, well, Mike, we have just heard from Alyssa Slotkin's campaign that she is expected to take the stage here and talk to the crowd momentarily. That's expected to happen.
I wonder if he was going up against another male, if the race would be a little different. I'm just wondering, I'm not sure.
These results trickle in
But I'm
not
just
for
I'm
the
just
Senate race,
thinking
but
out
also for
aloud.
the presidential race and the other races that
Maybe
are
if he was going
on.
up against a
Again,
male,
this is
I'm
going
not
down
sure.
a
I
bit
don't
here.
know.
Some folks are trickling back in knowing that Slotkin will be taking the stage soon. But again, with how close this race is, she's not going to make any sort of call here, but we'll talk to her supporters as this night drags on. And people are still anxiously and optimistically watching the results. But right now, as you showed there, it shows that Mike Rogers is currently in the lead here. Now, people here are paying attention to plenty of other races as well. They had two state Supreme Court nominees that were Democrats take the stage, expecting to see a victory here for them tonight. They're also hoping that Democrats can hold a trifecta in the state House and state Senate and keep that going. But this race in the Senate is crucial for the Democrats being able to control the Senate. So that's why, people have been really pushing and hoping to see Slotkin come out on top here tonight at the Democratic Watch Party. But again, they've just been watching on as these results are trickling in. We're expecting to hear from Slotkin very soon. We'll hear what she has to say. But again, it has been a very tense night for a lot of people here. We've seen many people trickling
I
out.
remember when I used to work in the election and we had to, when the polling station closed and everybody had to count off and you have to make sure you dot your I's and cross the T. Yeah. It was fun though. And then once the ballots are counted and everything and it's ready to go, then you go to they take it and carry it. The police have to escort the ballot. And if there's an error, you have to go with the cop.
Watching it closely.
Big time. All right. Thanks so much, Brett.
You literally
All
have
right,
to
let's
go.
turn now to 7 News Detroit reporter Rudolph Sinaida at Mike
You'll be
Rogers'
escort
watch
with the
party in Novi. What's the feeling
along
there?
with the ballot.
Yeah, good evening, you guys. Well,
And
quite the opposite of Brett. Things are really
So
picking
everything
up.
had to be
People are
done
excited,
hourly.
as he just mentioned.
And then it was
Rogers has
late
taken
at
a
night,
slight
and then
lead here in Michigan.
my
Now,
side
they're
that I
still
was at the polling
close to
station
call,
there, I
of
heard
course, but
they
the
didn't play there
Republicans here,
either.
they feel
The
that
people,
energy
you
and they
know,
are excited.
they
They're
don't play
talking
with
about
their
what's
vote.
happening with
They
the
make
other
sure
Senate
everything
races
is
across
crossed.
the country. They are
You
liking
don't want
what
no
they are
arguments.
seeing, inching
Everything is
closer and
crossed.
closer to the Republicans flipping the Senate
Where I
that
was,
was held by
the polling
the
station I
Democrats.
was
Now,
at.
the big race here Michigan,
I said they don't play
Rogers
down that
wanted
side.
to
They,
flip
they
that
vote
seat that's been
seriously.
held by a Democrat for
So we had to
30
make, and
years
then,
because it was the
but it was
only
a nice
Republican
smooth
party
sail
that led
as
the
opposed to the
Senate. So
past
even
years
if
when they said
Rogers
they had
does not take
experience,
this, what I'm
you
hearing
know,
from these voters
hostile
here, if
environment or
other
whatever,
states are able to
in
get it
terms of
done,
the
then they'll
community.
be happy. Now, of
And
course,
then
they
I
do
was
want
literally
Rogers to
from
take it,
within
but
that
we'll have to see how
surrounding,
it
not
shakes out.
originally
Voters
from
say
there, but
they're
live
here
there
because of the issues that
within
matter
that
most to them,
vicinity.
like immigration.
So
I lost my two
I was
sons,
able to
Caleb and
walk to
Kyler.
down to the
They were
polling
20 and
station, and I
18
remember it was
to
me
fentanyl
and
poisoning.
two of my
From
friends,
fentanyl, which
two
came
of
across our
two of the
southern
other
border.
college girls I went to college with.
And I've been fighting
They
hard
because they
ever
asked
since
where you
I
wanna
testified
locate it
before
and
Congress.
stay. And
This is our
I told them
chance
to come
to
and they come
stand
to
up
the
for those
house,
people
and they
who have
stayed by the
thrown their
house
hands up
where
and saying, man,
they
life is
stayed up
just
by
too
my
hard.
house, and then the three of us left
So
and go
for
there
all
in
of
the
those,
morning.
help me do
But
this tonight.
it was
Let's
a
do
school
this.
they use in so we
So
weren't
again,
in the
we're
same
picking up here in Novi,
polling
guys.
station.
All right, that's with
You know,
59%
one
of the
was here,
precincts
one was
reporting.
there,
Still a lot to go. Thank you, Ruda, and
and
thank
stuff.
you for watching us.
And then we could either choose to be a poll clerk,
Check out
what's the other? I
WXYZ.com
don't
for election
remember all of
coverage.
them.
Have a good night.
It was two of them or whatever. But it was good. You know, it was really good. We were well prepared, everything. And then when the local election, we were there as well. So everything was nice, both for the general and for the local. So it was beautiful. Because we were well prepared. You know, when you're well prepared, because they train you so well, because those information had to be followed, you know.
You can see Kamala Harris
So
with 194 electoral votes to Donald Trump's
it was nice.
230 electoral votes. Of course, the blue wall, the Rust Belt states, Pennsylvania, Michigan, Wisconsin, all still too close to call. We're also tracking Nevada and Arizona, and we also want to go to Whit Johnson, who has some late
Donald
reporting
Trump
from the
won
Trump
24
campaign.
states
But I
already,
would gather
and
the
state
Trump
won by
campaign
Kamala
very
is
happy with what
15
they're
already.
seeing, and we heard
Wow.
from Reince here a short time ago that Donald Trump himself extraordinarily pleased with how the night's gone.
That's right, David. The party is really
Wow.
energized here tonight. A lot of confidence in the room, and a Trump campaign spokesperson tells us that the former
Electoral
president is
vote so
actually
far
on
is
his way
230 for
right now
Donald
to
Trump,
the
Harris
convention center
194.
where we are from Mar-a-Lago. We don't have exact timing on when he might speak tonight, but I just checked. It's about a 4-mile drive, maybe about 12 minutes without traffic, so we know that he's on his way. He's in the motorcade, and we're expecting to get some more guidance from the campaign shortly. But you mentioned the energy in the room. People here very
And
excited.
big up to all those
It's
people
become
who
kind
are
of the
working
who's who in the
tirelessly.
room right now with people
Because
like
once they go
Senator
in the
Marco
polling
Rubio,
station this
Doug
morning,
Burgum,
they don't
both
leave till
potential
when everything
cabinet
is
picks
done.
in a potential
They're
new
still
Trump
there
administration.
counting.
We also saw Rudy Giuliani here, and Rubio, as he was walking out, my colleague Jay O'Brien here tried to grab him to ask him how he was feeling. Senator Rubio said, "We always knew it was going to be a good night for Trump, but we didn't expect it would actually move this quickly." So again, a lot of confidence here. We're also getting more information about what the event was like at Mar-a-Lago tonight. And there's actually another photograph here. This is of former President Donald Trump speaking with Elon Musk and UFC President Dana White. If you can take a look at that photo here, this from a post on X by Elon Musk. So you can see that was one of those more private gatherings that were taking place at Mar-a-Lago, what was described as sort of a war room there with the former president, some of his friends, colleagues, top donors, and top advisors and family
It's a
members.
tough race,
But
people.
now, once again, as we're told, the former president
It's a
is on
tough
his
one,
way
but
here
nevertheless,
to West
anybody
Palm
win.
Beach. David.
All right, Whit
Everybody's
Johnson
still
in
gonna have
West
to
Palm
work
Beach
with them
tonight,
either
but as
way,
soon as
whether
he
you
gets there,
love
you'll
them,
let us
like
know.
them,
Let's go over to Eva Pilgrim.
that's the
She's in
reality of life. You
Washington,
just have to
D.C.
put your
Howard
difference
University,
aside
Eva.
and just work, you
Again,
know.
the
Not everybody
temperature
want to put their
of the
difference
evening has
aside to
shifted
work.
there.
But in this world, you gotta put your difference aside and just work, baby.
Different than what Whit is seeing there at the Trump campaign. You can see this was a very crowded area just a short
And
time
then
ago.
it's
The when
like
we
the
last came to you.
the story I was
Crowd is
telling you
leaving.
about
They
the
have been
gingerbread,
leaving for some time
the
now.
gingerbread man,
And you know, the campaign is
where
telling us
you,
that they
you
still
didn't trust
think
none of those
that there is a
persons
chance that
along
they
the
can
way.
hold that blue wall.
And then
But
you trust that one
there
person. So
are a
it's
lot
like
of nerves and a
hyping
lot
up
of
this person,
reservations
hyping
that
up
people
this
are
person,
having.
hyping up this person,
We
and then
heard
this
Whit
person,
talking about the fact
you
that
know,
the former president is
probably in
on
their
his
head say,
way
yes,
to this
I got it,
campaign
I got
event.
it.
At
But
last
then the
check just
real
a
got
moment
it
ago,
is when you
the
start to
vice
see these
president is
things
still at the
showing
Naval
out on the
Conservatory, which
screen,
is the vice president's
or if you're
residence
in real
here
time
in
watching it,
DC, is
you
not
know,
on her
like
way
literally
here.
being at one of
And
the
as you
station or
watch that
whatever,
crowd
where they
there
had the screen and
shifting
everything up,
away, I
making
mean,
sure
it's become
everybody
dramatic
out in your number celebrating or something. That's when you realize that all
that
these people that
to
was
tell
petting you up there
staffers to
just
go
make it
home
turn
and they are anticipating a
the fox.
result
I
tonight to
fooled
get
you.
some sleep. But a major vibe shift here. I had
You just
one
gotta be
Democratic
careful.
source tell me that the vibe is not good, and this is brutal for them, David.
Eva Pilgrim at Howard University tonight in Washington, D.C. Eva, thanks to you. We're going to focus here for a moment on Arizona. We haven't taken a lot of time yet to dig into the numbers that we have so far on Arizona. They're going to ask us
This
to pause
stuff.
here in a moment, Rick, so just be aware of that.
Yeah, so you
It
gotta
means
pay
the rest of the
attention
country's
because
gonna rejoin us here.
everybody jump
What
up
do
behind you.
where do they
Yes,
stand
yes,
in
yes.
Arizona?
Little more than
But
half
they
of the
go to
vote.
bed and
Most of the
start to
vote
think.
comes right there in
They got
Maricopa
option.
County, which is Phoenix,
I have a video
Scottsdale,
about
Windows,
option. You
retirement
know, when
communities.
people
It's a
got option, they
battleground
don't
county.
need to
It's a county
stress so much. It's when you don't got no
Donald
option.
Trump carried the first time.
That's when you
Joe Biden
worry
the
so
second
much.
time. Right now,
When they got
Harris is
two
up
options.
there, but just by a
Either
little
this,
bit.
either
Looking at
that.
another
Yeah?
battleground county out
So
there,
they can
Yuma
hype
County,
you up over
someplace
here
that-
because they
that-
like the
that,
excitement.
Kamala Harris
Because you
needs to be
new
getting
and
about
everything.
45% of the vote. She's
But then
really
little as
around
you know
35,
that
but
their
it's so
mind
early in terms of the
is
vote.
not saying
We
the
think
same
this
thing
was actually
as their
early
mouth.
vote from more than a week ago. We'll have to see how
Yeah,
the
yeah,
close
yeah,
it
I
goes.
got you.
Key
Yeah,
for
yeah,
her
yeah, yeah,
chances,
yeah, yeah.
if she isn't able to win a Wisconsin or a Michigan, she will need to carry those states out west, Arizona and Nevada.
And then
Okay.
and you
And we have
realize
15 seconds here. We're
then
gonna
you
get
hop
to
on the
Elizabeth
train
Schulze,
to
who
be
is
hopping on the
ground in
train.
Arizona. And before we bring
On
her
the
in,
train.
we're just going to pause here in just a moment.
See,
Just
that's
so that
why,
the rest
and
of the
this
network
is
can
this
join
is
us
a
here.
lesson
Let's
to
pause
us
here.
all too. It's not just election time. It play out
That's
in
the
real
quietest
time
this
all
room
the
has been
time.
all night.
It's like
Let's get to
somebody tell
Elizabeth
you,
Schulze
whoop
in
this
Arizona. She's
person,
on the ground
beat
there.
him up,
Elizabeth, as you know, we
and
always
then
expect
you have to
it would take
take
some time in
all
Arizona
of
to
the
get the
blame for
results.
everything
What have
when
been
they're the
so
one
far?
who
What are they saying as
encouraged you
far
to
as how
do
long
it.
we have to
But you
wait?
didn't have a mind of your own.
David, the Secretary of State told me earlier
Everybody
today
gonna
that it
laugh in
could
your
take
face.
up
Doesn't
to
mean
13 days for their votes to be fully
they
counted
can
in
be
Arizona. And what
trusted.
we're seeing here in Maricopa
They
County,
just gonna
they
laugh
are
because they
counting
want
those
you to
votes. They're
look,
going to
look
be
more
doing that
fool.
24/7. But
Oh
there are
yes, man,
still
I
a
got
lot
you,
of
baby.
votes
Doesn't mean
outstanding. And
how
both
do
the
you know
campaigns
who
that
they
we're talking
cast
to
their
here
vote to?
are pointing to that for a reason
You
for
know, how do you
optimism.
know
They
if
say
they
they've
were
had
with you
good
all
ground
this
game
time?
across Arizona.
I need
It's
to
still
find
too
out.
early to
Is to
say
watch
which
tonight to
way
see
this
what's
will go.
playing
But
out.
I will say I was just talking to one official with the Arizona GOP. He says he likes what he is seeing in other states, and that bodes well for Trump here, especially when it comes to Latino voters. We are seeing Trump outperform in some of those more rural counties of Arizona that could tip him in a state that is so close. Remember, David, this race was decided by just 10,000 votes in 2020. This is expected to be tight again, and because of that, this counting will go on. It will take time. Officials here, we're talking to them, they say, be prepared
Oh,
to be
that
here for the long haul,
tedious.
David.
Elizabeth
I know
Schulze
people
right
there
there in
from
Arizona.
morning.
Elizabeth, thank you. I want to bring in Lindsay. You've been diving into the
And I
exit
think
polls for Arizona
when I was
specifically.
working
What
in
do
the
they say?
election,
And
I
virtually
used to say you
every
need to go to the
possible metric,
bathroom.
David, Trump is outperforming himself from
You better not
2020.
go in
When
there
you
and
talk
stay that
about
long. Better get
women,
in
when
and
you
get
talk
out
about
quick. You don't have
Latinos,
no
those
phone.
without a
No
college
phone.
degree, senior
I don't know
citizens, and
about over
independents,
here
food
if they
safety
allow phone.
independents
Let me
in
know. Somebody
Arizona
let
in
me know the
particular.
phone you're working
40%,
as
by
a
the way, of those in Arizona
working in the
identify
election.
as
If you can have phone,
independent
I know
voters.
you literally
Donald
couldn't have no
Trump
phone.
getting
You have your phone, but as
the
you come, you
best of
gotta
Kamala
put it
Harris
away
by
till
4
you
points
finish for
there.
the night.
And
And
if you
they
take
say,
a look
okay,
at
you finish
by
count,
age,
and they
senior
reveal,
citizens, a lot
they
of
announce that
retirees out
okay,
there in Arizona, those who are 65
think
or
like they
older,
made the
which
call or
31%
something. I
of
say
the
yes,
electorate there. He's getting
that is it.
Kamala Harris by about, if my math is right, 8 points there. So he's getting more than half of the vote there. And if you look at his performance from 2020, he's increased by 3 points with regard to that older, that 65 and older.
Lindsay, thanks. That's the portrait of Arizona. We have another state to call, and this is a big one, Georgia. And as we heard from Secretary of State earlier, forecast at this moment, 16 electoral votes going
No,
to
they
former President
projecting.
Donald Trump. He wins the key state of Georgia. He lost it to President Biden 4 years ago by about 11,000 votes. He was determined to win that state back. He has done exactly that tonight. The margin about 100,000 votes or so between him and Kamala Harris. This is a big win, Rick.
Yeah, it's huge, and it changes the electoral map in
Well,
a
my
very
biggest thing
significant
is
way
I just
now.
hope
Because if you,
that
if you
whatever
now
these
now
people say
put
they're
both
gonna
of those
do
other
in the
states
White
in
House, they
Trump
do what they're
column,
gonna do
this puts
to help
all
the
pressure
nation,
now on
help
Kamala
their
Harris
community,
to run the
help
table
this
in the upper
country,
Midwest. She will
and have all
absolutely
these
need
homeless
to win
people sleeping on the street.
Pennsylvania in addition to most
Find
likely
something better
Michigan and
for
Wisconsin.
put them,
Right now, the 538
there's some
chances
foundations you
just
can
based
put
on
the
these
people.
states, and that doesn't take into account
Not
the
just at
margin in the
war
other
with
states,
everybody,
an
just
80% chance of a Trump victory. And if you're just
help with
looking
mental
at the
health
pure
issues,
math right now,
provide the
if you flip
resources that these people
Pennsylvania to
need,
Trump, that's 270 electoral votes right there. Put
education,
this back here,
help with the
give him a
education, fund the
Wisconsin and a
education,
Michigan, that gets you to 270.
funding so schools can be
Or,
better.
Michigan
teachers
in,
can be
plus in
better, get
Nevada,
better pay,
there's a lot of
and
paths
all
that
these
are now
things.
open up to Donald Trump because he
So
was
we can
able to
still have
hold
bright
those two
teachers out
states.
there
One of them
brightening
he
up the
won
day, you know,
twice.
and
The
making
other
sure
one
they
he
have
won once and then
qualified
gave back.
teachers.
And we remember that margin,
And a lot more,
11,779.
you know,
It
it's
became
just a
famous
lot
because
more.
of that reporting. And it looks like tonight it's going to be a lot bigger margin than that in the state of Georgia. Right now it's 118,000 votes. There's still some votes left, but we've seen these blue dots shrink over the night. The story will be that the
Look, it's
Atlanta
so
area
funny.
did
They
not
say the
come
blue
through with
dot
the same
will
kind of
shrink over
margins.
the night.
And the redder parts of the state, as we've been discussing tonight, we just have seen Donald Trump hold his numbers and overperform his numbers in county after county, bringing his numbers to a level that, frankly, he hadn't seen before. And that to me is just a remarkable
Big up
part
to
of the
these
story tonight, to see
brainies.
how many places he was
I
able
know
to
they do.
to
Most of them are doing it for
done
years. When they
before,
do
but
something
build
for
on what he had
over
done
the period
before
of
to
time,
grow
then
his vote share in
it's
county
easy one
after
too for you
county to
to,
add up
you
to
know,
this win tonight in Georgia.
roll it off the
What do
top.
you make of this, Donna?
Well, it's clear to me that Donald Trump understood that he had to expand the electorate, he had to grow his votes, and he had to get them in early. What's happening in Georgia and in North Carolina, you have these big Democratic centers, but they would have to overperform in order to make up for what Donald Trump has been doing in the rural areas. That's a concern now that we're looking at the blue wall. Nobody wants to go to bed at night thinking we just got the blue wall. We saw how it was cracked. It wasn't cracked because really Donald Trump didn't hit anything. Hillary kept the door open. And now we see that we have a situation where Philly's going to have to overperform, but there are red places that are still coming in Pennsylvania. And Wisconsin, Milwaukee will have to overperform. So, yeah, there may be a narrow path, but I don't know if I have my rosary beads on me.
Yeah, Frank.
This is so far, it continues the trend the wrong direction for Kamala Harris, the right direction for Donald Trump. Every one of these states is continuing to move in Donald Trump's column. This is shaping up to be a really big night, obviously, for Donald Trump. It's not just a reset.
I can't wait.
think
If
it's
he
more
won
than
the
that.
race,
It is a
I can't wait to hear what
realignment.
he has to say.
This isn't a victory because of better mechanics or, Trump had a better ground game. This is a matter of people making a decision, whether you're black, white, Hispanic, Asian in this country, that you were tired of the open border. You were tired of hearing about how the economy is great when you didn't feel it. You're tired about the sanctuary cities. You're tired about all of these things that, some of it's economic, some of it's cultural, and people are making a conscious decision in this country to say, I've had enough of this stuff that I'm hearing from this other side of the aisle, and they're completely repudiating it and going the other direction. Look,
You know what
we may
always
have
funny when you're watching
55
politics
senators tonight.
and
It's
somebody
possible.
talking,
And we
and
still
then
have
remember now
Nevada
you have
and
all the
Arizona to
analysts,
go.
all the
Um,
analysts there,
that
and then
is
one
an
person talking,
amazing evening
and then the other
so
person
far.
don't agree,
It is
but
a
they
big
have to
evening,
hold their
Governor Christie. What do
composure
you
because
make
you
of
know
what
you
Ryan
can't
just said?
interrupt.
Well, part of
Even if you
Ryan said
interrupt,
about the economy
you
and
try not to
people are
interrupt
feeling
too
the
much
economy,
because
it
you only have
reminds
so
me a
many
lot of
time to
1992.
really get
In
two things in
1992,
before
George
commercial
Bush
break or
41
whatever.
kept saying
Well, I
after
guess
the
they have a
recession
commercial break,
that
but
he stewarded over, the
it's
economy's
just so
getting
funny
better,
to see each
inflation's
other's
going down,
reaction
interest rates are going
when they
down,
don't when they
stock market's
disagree
getting
on
better,
something,
and
but
all that was
just
true,
their facial
but nobody
expression
felt it
say it
yet.
as opposed to the
And
words
there is
coming.
a lag. There is an 8 to 12 month lag of when these numbers start to get better to when real people start to feel it, that they have more money in their pocket. And in the end, that is something that kind of timing will be deadly for the incumbent, just deadly. And it was deadly for him. Look, that was a three-way race in 1992 that Bill Clinton only got 43% of the vote and George Bush 41, still couldn't beat him. Tonight, what Donald Trump is showing is that people still vote with their pocketbooks. That's what they were doing tonight. There are other issues that Wrights mentioned as well. And don't forget about the Hispanics, David. The Hispanic vote tonight at 45% slightly beats what George W. Bush did in 2004, if it stays there. And it shows that they don't want an open border either.
And David, if I can say, the one thing that struck out is that question, the are you better off? Well, only 24% in our exit polls said that their family's financial situation is better than it has
There's a
been.
lot to learn
And
from
you had
election.
45%, almost half, say that their families are worse off. If you combine that with the number who said it was about the same, over
And then
70%. So they're either worse off.
it would
or
be
the same
hard,
as
you
they
know,
were
because
4 years
most people
ago.
gonna say
So Kamala
to have a
Harris is the
female
sitting vice
president,
president.
you know. I
She's
can in the
facing a
history of
situation where
America,
70% of the country thinks
in
the
my
country is
country,
on
we
the
had
wrong track.
the
And
first
then
ever
when she is
female
asked in the
president
closing days
that
of the
went down in
campaign
history. And I never see
what
any other
she would
female
have
come
done
up to
differently
fight against
from Joe
anything
Biden
else, you know.
if she had been
And that
president.
was
She
a
was just vice president. What would
tough
she have
race
done
there
differently?
when
And her answer is,
Portia
there's not a
Simpson
thing
Miller
that
won.
comes to mind.
When that year
That
was
might have been
it
the
was
single
a
most devastating
well fought
answer that
race
she
there.
gave.
But
Those
everybody
words and
was
the
so
pause,
loving
too,
to her.
because,
They
you know,
already knew
so
who
much of
she
political
was, you
campaigns,
know,
as you know, is the visual, it's the
long
moment, it's the
time.
interaction. It was
So
from the
for
visual
somebody
ABC,
just
there was
coming
that
in
question,
and
and she did pause, and it was
had
just,
to go out there on the scene to
you know, in
really
that
get the
moment, you knew that that
recognition.
is not
She
what
already
voters
recognized on the
feel
numerous
like the
things, but I
economy is
mean,
issue number one.
to get the
And some of the
majority
other
of the
issues that
people
Brian
to
Previous just
know who she
listed,
is,
which
you
we
know, they
know
look
are
a
real
slim time
issues
she
to
get
Americans,
was,
Democrats and
I
Republicans.
want to say
And
that was
Mary,
enough for
you
her
talked
to
about that moment
really
too, perhaps
convince
being one of the
anybody.
defining moments.
You know, you can
She
come
had
out and you
she had
can
some
run
really
on
great
something,
moments
you
along
can
the way,
say
but
what
that
you
was
gotta
probably
say.
one of the weakest
But
spots.
Yeah,
the
and I
majority of
think
the
her
people
campaign
now
was
would
well aware
already
of that,
know
and that
who
she never
Donald
really
Trump
was
is.
able to give that
You
solid
know, he's
answer of
known
how
for a
she
lot
would
of stuff, you know,
differentiate herself from the Biden
whether good
administration.
or
I
bad.
do have one update, which is that
You
we
know,
had expected
so
to hear from
I
Kamala
don't know.
Harris tonight. We now
Since
know
Donald Trump should
sources
ever have
telling
to
us
win,
that that is not going to
maybe,
happen. We do expect shortly
you know,
Cedric
people
Richmond,
say, you know,
her
well,
senior
we know
advisor, to
Donald
come
Trump
before that
more,
watch
so
party and tell
we
everyone
see what
essentially
he's
to go vote.
capable
And in
of
fact, that
because
was the
he's been in
message
the
just
White
moments
House for
ago.
4
Let's
years
listen.
before he was, you know,
We
voted
still
out.
have
So you
votes
never
to
can
count.
tell what
We
really
still
led
have
people
states
to say, you know
that
what,
have not been
I'm
called
gonna
yet.
go with him. Because sometimes, you know, you
We will
probably could
continue
go at the
overnight
polling station
to
and
fight to
have,
make
you know
sure
what, I'm gonna vote for this person,
that
but then
every vote is
I don't really
counted,
know this person much.
that every voice
I don't know
has
if they just
spoken.
want my vote to
So you won't
convince
hear
me to
from
vote for
the
them,
vice president
you know.
tonight,
But people have seen what he had
but you
done
will hear
before,
from her
as opposed to her. So I
tomorrow.
don't know.
She will be back here
And I
tomorrow
mean, whether good or
to
bad,
address
they
not
had
only
seen
the
what he's
HU
capable
family,
of.
not only to address her supporters, but to address the nation. So thank you. We believe in you. May God bless you. May God keep you. And go HU and go Harris. Thank you all.
Never an easy moment for whatever campaign has to make that announcement into the evening and say, "Hold on here, and we're gonna hold out hope in the early morning hours." And what a market shift from how the campaign was feeling. And I know they thought this was going to be very close and still a challenge. Kamala Harris herself said repeatedly, "We are the underdog here." But they did sense there was some wind, some momentum in these final days. Did they not?
Kamala Harris herself said that the momentum was with her. And I think in part that was because of the huge crowds she was getting. I mean, I've been at almost
See?
all of these rallies in the
That's
last few
exactly
days.
what
She
I
was
was
pulling
saying, you
crowds
know.
of 20,000,
People want to jump on the
30,000
bandwagon. They want to
continuing
boost you up to
final
make you
days.
look like
They
a
felt
fool
that they were
sometimes. So,
reaching all of those
and I
key
say you gotta be
demographics, that
careful when you have a bunch of
big,
people
broad
around you
coalition that her
boosting you,
campaign
boosting
talked
you.
about
Stop
so
and
often,
think
that
and
they
take a
felt
look
was
for
going
yourself.
to really propel them across the finish line. We are not seeing that broad coalition at
Because
all
then when they
showing
go
up
to the
here
poll,
tonight.
they ain't gonna
In
make
fact,
no
quite
poll
the
for you.
opposite.
They gonna
And
make it for the
there's
other
going to be, I
person.
think, a lot of
Because
soul searching
they've
and
been
a lot of
around and
questions
they
in this
realize,
campaign as to, what went wrong. That
what are you
said,
running
they
on?
are still, holding out
Especially
hope.
when
At the
people
very,
don't really know
some
you.
for
They
Cedric
probably
Richmond
say
there,
you're
delivering
running an
that
empty
message. But
promise,
as we
but
heard from the
Donald
campaign
Trump been in the
manager
White House
in
for
this
4
memo to
years
the Harris
before,
team earlier
you know.
tonight,
So
stressing they expect
he's
it to
not
stay
running on
close.
no
They
empty
do
promise.
still see a
He gonna
path,
build that wall.
but
He
certainly
gonna put
not
it up
the
so
path they were
high.
hoping.
An
You know, I mean, just
extraordinarily
using that
narrow
as
one
an
mathematically
example
at
or
this point.
anything. So
Governor Christie, you
people are
mentioned
paying
something
attention
a
and
few
then
minutes
they're
back
weighing their option to
about
see
President Biden, whether
which
or not,
one really
obviously there'll be
fit
a lot of questions
their needs
if and when this race is called, and if it doesn't go
or
Kamala
whatever their
Harris's way,
needs are
the
that he
obvious questions would
outlined
be,
that he gonna do for them.
a lot of attention on President Biden, whether or not that decision should have been made sooner, so that the Democratic Party could have looked at Kamala Harris and others and what have you. This has been a
And
conversation
then when
we've
one
heard
party
before.
say
It's just going to get more scrutiny now.
the rich is
given the way
getting
this
richer,
night
and then
continues
the
to
other party
proceed
say
here.
we ain't
107
taxing
day
the rich,
campaign is what
you know.
Kamala Harris had time to conduct here
It is a-
until election day.
Well, and look, it's
Yeah,
really
so
hard.
the rich will jump
to
on
go
his
from
side
a standing
because they know
stop,
they going this is their
to
back gonna be
set up a national
they
campaign.
backed up.
She had to adopt all of the Biden operatives. She didn't have time to put, and I can tell you as a candidate, you have to go out there and work. And you've got to be able to believe that the people who are working for you have your best interest at heart and only your best interest at heart.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that these folks didn't, but she had no reason to necessarily believe it. They were Joe Biden's folks.
Yeah.
But to go back to Joe Biden, because I really don't want to put this on staff. This is not staff. Joe Biden made a promise to the American people when I was sitting in this seat 4 years ago. He said, I am a transitional figure. The implication of that, David, was that he was going to serve one term because of his age, and he was going to move on. And when he broke that promise, he did two things. One, he broke faith with the people who voted for him. And two, he put his party in an awful position to where they had to replace him when he put on one of
Whatever
the
party
worst
when people wanna
debate
just
performances in
make sure they
presidential
will
history, if not
wanna
the
hold them
worst.
accountable for whatever
And
they
so
said they were
Kamala
gonna do.
Harris had to inherit all of that.
That is in the best
Like it or
interest of
not,
you
that's
guys.
what she
That's
had to
all I can
inherit,
say.
and she had to overcome it.
Sometimes you want one
And it
thing.
appears at least
You ain't
tonight
gonna win
that she's not
everything.
gonna be able to do that.
Eh?
So
You only
every
have two
candidate deserves
races
some
like you
measure
have.
of blame anytime there's a loss.
Like
But
you
I
have
would say
Usain
this,
Bolt and Justin
that
Gatlin
Joe
running.
Biden should be looking in the
And
mirror
it's at the
tonight and
finish line,
thinking
you
about
only
what
can
did
have
he
one
do?
winner.
What
Just
did
like
his
recently you
lack
see
of
that
keeping
race
his
there with
word on that
was
central
that
promise from 2020
that race there with the
to
Jamaican
this
guy
election tonight?
and the US guy there.
Well,
What's the
first
one?
of
The
all,
one that just
I would
engaged to the
also point a
Jamaican girl.
finger at the Democrat Party. I
What's
mean,
his
they
name?
should have had an open contest.
No one
They
knows.
should
You
have
see
let
that
their
tough
leaders of
race
their
how it
party
was
pick their
going to the
nominees. I don't
finish
think it would
line.
have mattered. Because
You
like
know,
I said, the American people
that
are
guy had a
choosing a
race
path.
right there,
And they're
and
choosing
right
the
there on
path
the neck to neck
that
basically,
it will
and
dramatically,
just a little
I
points of a
think,
second separate them.
take away power from Washington,
You know,
D.C. We're
the,
going to go
the
talk
goal
about all
couldn't even
these issues,
share.
but
It was just so many,
the fact
eh?
that
And
Kamala
even there was a
Harris
lot
is
of
going home
uproar or
tonight,
anything, but it
I
just
think
goes to
is
show that
amateur
sometimes you
hour.
might have it,
You know,
but the
she
last
has
stretch
an
from that
obligation
person
to
behind you,
speak.
just
This
find some
pathway
more.
for
And it's
her
like
might be
with all
narrow,
these
but it
states
also
that are
might be
coming in now,
walking
you know,
through the eye
they're
of a
trying to
needle.
because
She
by the time
should
you do
say
recount,
something
because
to
you
the
have to do
people that
recount to make sure
adopted
everything
her as their
is
nominee
double check
because they were
everything,
just told
especially
by the president to
if
do
it's
so.
places that they
And
used to
she's
have
leaving
issues
the
with,
country hanging now
and make sure
all
everything,
night.
you know,
And I think it's ridiculous and it's childish.
is
Well,
best
first of all,
interest.
we're a very divided country. We're very polarized. And while, you know, I'm not sitting here, I'm not sitting here excited about the returns or the results. There's still a path. There's still a path.
We'll come back to all of you right after
Slim.
this. Our live coverage continues here in a moment. The slim path, but the path continues. Election night continues here in a moment, too.
You never know. You never rule no one out until the day is say final.
He's an exceptional assassin.
You don't want tantrum, baby, have tantrum.
He never looks the same way twice. I know I can find him.
You don't want my tantrum, baby, having tantrum. So, people don't want none of that. They don't want the tantrum baby acting. Hey.
Sore throat got your thought? Mucinex Insta-Sue sore throat medicated drug.
But I say about people, you know what I mean?
Relief that lasts and lasts.
Don't really got not much to say. I only want so I'm just gonna be probably going to my bed because as you can see, the girl
When you have
getting
moderate to
sleepy.
severe eczema, it's okay to show off.
Your girl getting
With
sleepy,
Dupixent,
so
show off your
I'm not gonna
clear
get up to
skin
take the kids to
and
school
less itch.
tomorrow.
Because
And
you
then
have
my
plenty
kitchen is a hot
ingredients
mess. I
to
need
show
to
off
clean
your
that
skin.
tomorrow.
With Dupixent, the #1 prescribed biologic by
Guys, whatever the
dermatologists and
outcome,
allergists,
we'll
you
hear
can stay ahead
tomorrow.
of your eczema.
Whichever
And
can
help
sit up,
block
sit
a
up.
key source of
And
inflammation
take a
inside
watch.
the
I had a
skin
long
that
day
can
today. I
cause
got up
itch.
very
Help
early,
heal your skin
but I had
with
a
it.
long day, so
Many adults saw
may God bless you
90%
all, and
clearer
whatever
skin.
the outcome, you guys just
Some
have to
even
work
achieved
together.
long-lasting clearer skin and fast itch relief after first
Even
dose.
if it wasn't somebody who you vote for, you just gotta
Serious allergic
learn to
reactions
just,
can
it's
occur
your,
and
it's
can
your
be
own
severe.
country, you just
Tell
gotta
your
build it up.
doctor about new or
Yeah, I
worsening
mean,
eye problems such as
such
eye
is life.
pain
It's
or
called,
vision
you gotta
changes,
build it, you know,
including
you
blurred
gotta
vision,
put
joint
difference
aches and
aside,
pain,
you gotta
or a
get the baby
parasitic
tantrum
infection.
out and
Don't change or
just
stop
try to
asthma
uplift each
medicines
other as we
without
go
talking
along
to your
and
doctor.
pray that whichever
Show
one
off to the world.
I'm going there to be
Ask
the
your
leader,
eczema
the head
specialist
leader,
about
the
Dupixent.
chief of command. Know that they better have the country interest at heart. Not just talk it to get it, but must have the country interest at heart, you know? And so the people can feel comfortable and rested and say, yes, we elected him or her. Because now it's a him or her race.
Plan through CarShield can
Back
protect
in the
most
days, we
major
used to
parts
say
and
either
systems in
him
your car.
or
Your plan
his.
could save
You know,
you
it could be
thousands
either
the next
or.
time your car
Now
needs
it's a
repair.
his or him
What's
or
the
her.
catch?
Just call
race
before
now.
your call
So
breaks down.
any game can play in a him or her race now. So because it's a first ever female will be the president. If you have to scroll on to her, or if you have to scroll on to him, you'll be the second. Another a second term in office, and then I think after that, that's it. And president only can have 2 terms. So in the American election or whatever, so such is life. You know. One day I hope to be a politician.
Nope.
New Mucinex 2-in-1 saline
But I
nasal
won't
spray.
tell you who I had. I won't tell you who I had cast my vote for. I won't tell you because I didn't vote. But I won't tell you in my head until after the race. But I play my game already, so. And I can see clearly, but
We can't lose Gregory to Bel Air. He can't afford it.
not for the game that we play, but whosoever I think in my head, if I had to vote, who would I vote for? I'll tell you tomorrow. But until then, people, you guys have a blessed night. I'm just gonna be here. You know, eat job silico, then wake up at job silico, hopefully. And then see what's going on. So I'm gonna flat out on this futon here.
Results have been coming in throughout the night.
Okay.
Now the race for
I
president
want you
is still
guys.
too early to call. But here's
Wow,
where we stand right now.
49.8,
64% of
48.2.
precincts reporting Donald Trump is at 49% to Kamala Harris's 48.
The race for a Michigan
It's a
seat
very
in the
close
U.S.
race, guys.
Senate is a tight
One is
one. Democrat
116, one
Congresswoman
is
Alyssa
117.
Slotkin with 48.5% of the vote.
Let's
And
go
look
to
at
my
that.
bed. Anyway, family,
Challenger Mike Rogers now
want you guys to have a blessed night. May God go with all of us, and whatever our dreams or aspiration be, whatever we hope for tomorrow, we just hope everything goes smooth, all is well, and back to normal life again. You know, 'cause you still got your bills to pay, you still got notes to pay, you still got mortgage, so you still got those. Can't forget about those. So even when you just push somebody to get there, their bills is well secure and everything, because of all the things, you know. But anyway, guys, you guys have a blessed night, and thanks to everyone who supported your girl over the time and everything. And not everybody like politics or everything, but I want to say a big thank you to each and every one of you who always support, whether you're a subscriber, whether you're just somebody watching from near or far. I just appreciate all of you guys. And until then, see you soon. Good night.